And there we go. Oh, live. What's up, everybody? Hurricane BX here, and welcome to another R.O.C. Hangout. The Tuesday night tradition continues each and every single week, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on the Realm of Collectors YouTube channel. You could also download an audio version of this podcast on iTunes and Google Play through your favorite podcast app. I suggest Podcast Addict because I couldn't find this on Podbean. Guys, if you're watching us on YouTube, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. It's absolutely free. It doesn't cost you a thing. I guarantee it. We're on our road to 1,000 subscribers. Listen, we just wrapped up TFCON this weekend. We got a lot of goodies that we want to give away to you guys. Trust me, hitting 1K, we're going to be giving a lot of stuff away. So please subscribe to the YouTube channel. Hit that little notification bell. You'll be notified every time new content is uploaded to the channel. If you're watching us live on YouTube just as well, remember to pop into the live chat below, chop it up with the rest of the R.O.C. fam. We're going to be shouting everybody out in the chat towards the end of this live stream. So, guys, remember, we want you to check out our website, www.realmofcollectors.com. Guys, I can't push the rock box anymore. We are sold out of the rock box. Congrats.
Awesome, dude. It's really good.
Also, guys, want to thank everybody that pre-ordered, everybody that bought at the show, everybody that supported what we were doing. We really appreciate that, guys. We're completely sold out, but guess what? We do have some new merch on the website. It made its debut at TFCON. We do got new shot glasses for sale. Just go to the website, check it out. You can see them in the Realm of Collectors Facebook group as well. $13 ship will give you 2 shot glasses anywhere in the continental US. We're going to ship anywhere. International, we'll have to work that out. So please check out the website and get your orders in for those shot glasses. We were using them all weekend, guys.
I was going to say there's plenty of cameos throughout the weekend.
Yeah.
Plenty of shot
and we're going to
cameos.
get into serious. We're gonna be talking about that because I think all of us at one point or another got banged in. So let's introduce the rest of the panel. First up, how you doing, brother?
Who?
You, dude.
Exactly.
It kind of went blank on me. Yeah, what's up, everybody? Energon Addict here. How's everybody doing tonight?
Yeah, buddy.
Good. I miss you all already, man.
I miss you too, man.
I know.
It's a weird feeling being away from you motherfuckers. I wish you lived all fucking around the corner. I'd be ringing your bells all day.
Please don't, Dave. Please don't.
Except you. I didn't mean you. Fucker.
Have you recovered from the weekend yet?
Honestly, it's like yesterday I was kind of okay, but I was like in a weird like state. Like I was kind of like zombified. Like I was like not in touch with like the real world yet. And then today I was even worse. Today I woke up this morning like fuck. Like I really don't want to go to work today, but yeah, you got to make the donuts. You know what I'm saying? How else am I gonna pay for all this shit that I fucking bought?
This is true.
I was dragging my feet at work today too, man. Gary hit me up. He was like, dude, how you doing? I'm like, man, I freaking came back after 5 days off to a freaking mess. And I really didn't want to be there, but you know, it is what it is, dude.
Yeah.
Popping on tonight, brother. It's always great to see you.
Same here.
All right. Next up, Brian Brink. What's up, brother?
Yo. How you guys doing?
What's up,
hey.
Awesome. Man, I just finished my first day of work since I can't remember. It was rough. I couldn't remember my phone extension at work to log into my phone. Is how much I got brainwashed this weekend of just, out with the shit I don't need and with the shit that's the best. You know what I'm saying? It was crazy.
That's awesome.
Oh, man. Awesome, dude. Awesome. All right. Next up, Bricks on the Dollar. Clutch in the house. What's up, brother?
Hey, that's me.
Right.
I had a great time at TFCON. Even though I didn't buy anything, I had a really good time, and I'm looking forward to. I almost want to go to Skullfest now because I want to be back in the atmosphere, but I can't do that. So I guess I'm looking forward to NJCC again in the spring. Oh boy.
Well, there's I think a toy show coming up, dude. I think ToyCon coming up in November.
November. And we got RetroCon.
RetroCon.
Okay, fine. I'll go to both of those.
dude, the next NJCC is in March. I can't go that long without seeing you in person. Come on.
That's a long
All right,
time.
thanks. Next up, Big Dom.
What's going on?
What?
What's up, D?
I'm
racking up this weekend. Racking up.
Yeah, I'm battling. I think I'm battling a cold. I'm getting a little sore in the throat. So.
Con crud. Oh no.
Yeah.
Sorry, buddy.
No, there was
That was when
a lot
you
of germs in that place.
Yeah. JD got me when I was sleeping.
You should have drank more alcohol.
I had a great time. Very exhausting. But a great time seeing everybody enjoying shooting the shit, enjoying each other, and cracking, lacking with all the fellas. So it was a good time. Every night was fun, and I enjoyed myself tenfold.
Awesome.
Hey
Awesome,
Dom,
man.
4 days together, we didn't kill each other, so something.
I know. I was thinking of throwing you off that balcony, but it was too beautiful out there. It was too beautiful. But it was fun. We had a good time. I enjoyed it. The con, TFCON was packed to the brim, I would say.
Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna talk about that a little bit later on.
Yes, it was. It truly was.
Yeah.
All right.
Get off me. Go to somebody else.
All right. Next up, G Money. How are you, man?
What's up,
man, I am tired, but I'm excited to be here. Excited to talk to you guys again. Same thing. We'll talk about it, but it was just a phenomenal weekend. It was a little tough for me, man. I had some pretty big work events earlier in the week, so I had to travel. So I live right on the Delaware-Maryland border and had to go to Atlanta for my work. So I was there Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Thursday night got back to my house about 9 o'clock after traveling all day. Essentially unpacked my truck, tried to go to sleep, repacked it to hit the road on Friday and drive down there. And God bless my wife. Kind of give her a little shout out because she did not give me any grief for basically being gone for a whole week straight, which was nice. But, she kept telling me, she's like, relax. Why are you in such a rush to get there on Friday? I'm like, you don't understand. Everyone's already having fun. And they've been having fun for like 2 days.
Yeah.
2+ days. I'm like, I'm missing it.
Yeah.
So it was interesting. So by the time I finally got there Friday, it was a great weekend. So can't wait to share.
Awesome. We're going to be sharing all this very, very soon. All right. Next up, JD. How are you, brother?
What's up, everybody? How are we doing?
There's Cherry Popped. Hello.
Like a Yep. First time there. I was nervous as fuck. And then when I got there,
but you didn't have to be. We hugged.
Yeah.
We hugged.
It was just like I already fucking knew everybody. Like
we
haven't fucking seen any. We haven't seen each other for years or whatever. I'm sure we'll talk about this more, but it was an amazing time. I had a really good fucking time there, and I didn't want to come home. So
it sucked having to come back to the real world. It really, really did.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like what I do is any sort of difficult but going back to work, it just didn't feel the same.
It never does.
Hold on a sec. You said what you do is not difficult.
Yeah.
You put masterpiece stuff on people's fucking flesh.
Dave wants his money back.
Dude,
come on, man.
I work from the seat of my ass. I sit on my ass for a living, and I draw on people. It's not. I'm not saving lives. I'm out there. I'm not out there building houses or anything like that. Somebody's listening.
And dude, I love what you said, though. I think we've all probably said that at one point or another, just based off every week, and we're always hitting each other up in our messenger chat and stuff. Like, it honestly does feel like we are talking every day, chatting every day. And even if some of us had never met in person, when we do meet in person for the first time, it feels like you're meeting family that you haven't seen in a while. You know, there's no awkwardness, there's no uncomfortableness. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just like wow, like family, instant hugs, instant bromance, basically. You could say. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, man, it's awesome, man. And shout out to technology for making all this shit possible. You know. What we do here, hanging out. We were here in the R.O.C. Hangout, and it really feels like we're all just in the same living room, just chatting it up, and that's great. It really is. And thanks for popping on tonight, brother.
Thanks for having me. All
right. Last but certainly not least, Russell, the love muscle.
How are you, baby? Oh my God! It was you know what, the only thing that pissed me off was I was upset that I didn't get to hang out with you guys as much as I wanted to, and I was like, God damn it, you know. Every time I turn around, I had something going on, you know. It was drawing me away.
Dude, there was a lot to take in. A lot to take in.
Yeah, it was, and then you know, and then Anna wasn't feeling well one night, and I was like, I need to stay with her, look after her, and it was like nonetheless, I still found time to see people and hang out with people, you know. So it was still good, and as usual, man, it's awesome. This is such a cool community we have, man. It really is. This group of people is amazing. I'm telling you right now. If you are not part of this, you need to jump on, buddy. This is a fun fucking track we're on.
It is.
We are. We're rolling. We're gonna rule the fucking world soon. So get ready. Okay, no, we're taking it. Okay, R.O.C. across the fucking world. We're taking it all. I'm telling you, it was so much fun. I had so much fun meeting so many people in person. JD, you're a fucking awesome dude. Really good.
Well, thanks.
And it was just talking to people, you know, and chatting over people here and there, and you know, and I got a little too drunk one night, so it was kind of rough. And you know, but whatever. But it was so much fun. And I appreciate all of you guys, man, just for making it a good time.
Really dude, nothing but love, brother. It's nothing but love. I truly mean that. You guys are freaking family. Like when I say brothers for life, I mean that. You know what I'm saying? I mean that seriously. For life. You know, love you guys. So listen, everybody, we're obviously going to be discussing TFCON. We're all here. I urge everybody, please, if you're watching and you're in the Realm of Collectors Facebook group, we did create an album for TFCON. It's named R.O.C TFCON 2017. All you got to do is just check out the albums on the Realm of Collectors Facebook group. Anybody could add their photos into that album. So anybody that was there, anybody that's part of the group, please add your photos to that album so we could all check out your experiences there at the show. And if you see yourself in anybody else's pictures, please tag yourself. You know, it was hard, you know, getting to meet everybody. You know, you're meeting so many people in a rush, and you're getting so many names. You know, it's hard to remember who everybody is.
And you know, so many people named Chris and Dave and stuff. I'm like, man.
Exactly. You know, exactly.
Same,
so,
dude.
you know, it would be awesome if everybody's able to post their photos in that one album and tag yourself if possible, so we could, you know who you are, and we could like and comment and check those photos out. So please do that. All right, guys, we're gonna do a round robin discussion on TFCON. You know what? It was actually Gary and JD's first time at that show, so I definitely want to hear what their experiences were like being there for the first time and meeting everybody there, and see how their commutes were, and see what their thoughts on the show overall. So JD, you go first, brother. Tell us how your experience was.
Virgin. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Keep singing.
Yeah, it was pretty awesome. Thursday, I was pretty nervous. I was waiting to hear from Dom because he was swinging by to pick me up on the way there, and I guess he was having some issues getting loaded up and getting out of work and all that stuff, which is fine, no big deal. I told him we'll get there when we get there. You know, no sense on anybody getting hurt or whatever. You know. So
now I'm gonna play devil's advocate real quick. You know, did you have those thoughts like, is this guy gonna leave me behind? Is he really?
No, I didn't. I really didn't.
Rock fan, brother. Rock fan. We don't get.
When I say I'm gonna pick you up, I'll pick you up.
He's gonna pick.
Right.
But yeah, he showed up here. It was what, like 5? No. It was like 9 when you got here.
9 o'clock.
Yeah. And we just big hug. How you doing? You ready for this? And loaded up, and we were on the road. And it was pretty awesome. Drive down was fine. We hit a little bit of construction or whatever. But it was fine. We got there in like 2 hours.
What kind of music does Dom control the radio?
On the way down, we just talked the whole time. There wasn't any music at all. We just blah, 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 just two chatty Cathys going at
it. Nice.
Yeah. But then we got there and met up with all you guys and Ian and Raul and who the fuck else was there? I don't even remember. There's so many fucking people.
Dave
and Jose.
Well, yeah, I said all you guys, and then
Adam.
Adam was there.
This bag of beer.
Now, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if you mentioned, like, to everybody that might be watching or listening. Did you drive down on Thursday or Friday?
Thursday. You picked me up on Thursday. Yep.
Thursday. All right, cool. Yeah, man. Yep. Yeah. You get some of us got in there Thursdays, just to get the extra day to hang out with everybody, spend a little bit of extra quality time. So
yeah,
it was awesome.
Yep.
Yeah, you got down there and saw all of us like, oh man, they're getting twisted already.
Yeah, hell yeah. It was some good times, and then like when we all met up or whatever on Thursday, and then Friday. Was still a little nervous, you know what I mean? Just overwhelmed more or less just because of, all these, old but new faces, if you get me.
I gotcha. Yeah. So, well, it's a lot of people, man. It can be overwhelming because you got people, some that you might kind of, but you're not sure, but they know you. Right. You're trying to play it off. What's up, man? Yeah.
Well, it's funny. We're waiting in the lobby, just like waiting for the people to come. It's like people are coming, and you're just waiting and waiting because we were there. This is Friday. We're waiting, right?
Yeah,
so, and actually, maybe I have my days messed up. No, I don't know. But anyway, like there's this dude sitting over there. He's got headphones on, listening to something, and I forget who it was. Maybe it was you, Dave. You're like, I recognize that guy.
Brian, we're so forgetful because of that fucking Energon juice that they did, man. Fucking had us all banged in.
Yeah, but Dave, I think it was you. You're like, I think I know that guy. I think he's in the group. And then we actually went over there to talk to him. He's like, yeah.
Alex.
Yep.
Yeah. Alex from Cali.
Yep.
Tucker. It was a Tucker?
No, Alex Rivera.
Oh, Rivera. Oh, that's right, Alex. Hey, he had actually lunch with us on one of the days that we were there. Was it Saturday? I think set that down. Yeah.
But
that's cool. That's awesome, man. So you guys went up to him and was like, hey, what's up? And he was probably like, oh my God. That's cool, man.
Sweet. So, Dom, just a tag team and piggyback like off JD's story. Like, how was it for you coming down? Like, you guys rode down together. So, how was your experience that morning?
So I opted to go into work and do a half a day. Couldn't get out. Finally left around like 3:30.
So Dom.
And then I had to go pick up my brother-in-law's car, and then packing the car was a fiasco. Thinking I could bring a lot more stuff than I thought I could. So it was clever maneuvering and minimizing and sizing down needed to be taken, and it did. And then I went pick up JD, and we showed up on the scene around 11:30. We were afraid that you guys passed out or called it quits for the night. So, but all of a sudden we got a text from Dave. Saying get your asses up here, but then he found his way to our room and was knocking on our door, and then we ended up busting in, walking in, seeing all the rest of the guys in the room drinking Energon juice, and
we're gonna talk about that.
Yeah, we started pounding down, throwing some cherries, some moonshine cherries into the drinks.
That's right.
Getting really good and drunk. I had nothing in my stomach. Didn't eat dinner at all. So the first two couple of drinks, I'm throwing an extra shot of vodka into my Energon juice, Liven up the night.
That's how we do sometimes. I've done that.
Yeah.
I've done that a few times, and usually by the end of the night, it's definitely that it wasn't a good idea. You know,
Yeah, no, it's never a good idea to double shot. But
yeah, but you were good.
It gets you there fast. But
welcome to TFCon, buddy. That's straight up.
I think we end up hanging out until like 2:30 that night, and
we did.
I kicked everybody the fuck out.
Yeah,
I was like, yeah.
He was passing out on his bed.
I was
going,
like, yo, I'm fucking tired. You motherfuckers. No, I actually said, I'm getting tired, guys. And Jose's like, all right, I think
they're really telling us to get the fuck out. Yeah.
So I think next morning we all woke up. We agreed to go start the day at 10, and we ended up going to Ted's for breakfast. Right.
Yep.
Had a great breakfast.
Shout out to Ted.
Shout out to spicy sausage.
Oh yeah.
That sausage was somewhat spicy, but it was a good breakfast.
Jose didn't like the sausage.
Yeah, I ate about half of it, and then the taste of it was not doing it for me.
Dom loves the sausage.
He likes to put it in his mouth.
And then we headed back to the hotel, and that's when everybody started showing up. I think Dust, you showed up with Chris and all the gang. And then I was running back and forth between the dealer room just to see what they were going to let us in to start setting up. Eventually, like around 12 o'clock, they let us in. So I started moving my car and setting up the dealer room, the tables and stuff like that. And thank you guys, JD, Jose, Brian, everybody who helped out, helping out, moving in, setting up, and taking that shit out of there. I really, really appreciate it.
Not a problem.
Dude, it's all love, man. It's all love.
It was a hectic day, as you know, and it takes a while to set up a table like that and getting everything out and getting everything on the table.
Yeah,
definitely. But that was kind of the start of the day and the start of Saturday, Friday, and then we. I think it went so fast. Like by the time it was all set up, I think we were done by 2:30, 3 o'clock, and then walked around the dealer room, getting to see what other people were setting up, and had some free time, and then. Lo and behold, we just, all of a sudden it was 7 o'clock and we had to go pick up a rock box. So it was crazy.
The time does fly.
It did. Totally did.
Yeah, it did. It really did. So, so G Money, like your first TFCon, how did everything go for you? You came in a day after some of us did. So I know you were raring to go, ready to get down there. So tell us about your experience coming down.
So it's supposed to be about a 3-hour drive for me to get there. And I was just really excited. There's an accident. I was like 20 miles away from the hotel. So I felt like I was so close. And then an accident totally shut down the highway for about an hour and 15 minutes, like just not moving. And then, I was following you guys like in the message group and in the texts, and everyone's like, "Where are you at? Are you here? We're going to go to lunch." I'm like, I'm trying to get there. So it passed. I kind of took a few deep breaths, eventually got there. Ran into Jose and Dust and Nick. Actually, you guys helped me get the stuff out of my car so I could kind of checked in and stuff. And then, the day started with a let's call it a mediocre lunch at the hotel restaurant. Always a experience there, but it was cool. Got to see Ronan Steele and meet Raul. Met Matt from SCU. It's just huge group of people. And it just kind of kicked off the whole weekend of just what it was like.
Hey, shout out to Steele for having a convincing discussion with the manager at that restaurant.
Absolutely. Yep.
Hey, really? Cool,
oh, he sure did.
Oh yeah, we got half price on everything. We got the check.
That's fucking awesome. I remember you guys Chris was saying.
But then it took him 45 minutes to write the checks all over again.
That's
I would have paid full price to get the fuck out.
We'll just say that. Look, it was a decent sized group, but it was like everybody ordered burgers. It wasn't like anything fancy, but there was no one else in that restaurant. There was no reason for the delays of what they did. There was just nothing else happening in there. So
they took our food order and didn't ask us if we wanted anything to drink.
Yeah.
Shout out to Red Hot and Blue.
Oh, whoa.
Hey,
Don't even get me
yeah.
started, dude.
The ROC is destined not to have any good food places,
Right.
any conventions that's connected to the convention hall.
So, hey, I'll shout out Panera real quick. They kept me fed.
Yeah.
With their coffee on the honor system. What's that shit? I'm like, is this free? Jose's like, I don't think it's free. I'm like, I think it's free.
But I was just gonna say, Dave gave me some really good advice, weeks and weeks ago about coming, and it was basically just, and this is hard for someone like me that likes to plan things out. And Brian, you even said in one of the chats, I was like, hey, let's go to breakfast on Friday. I'll get up real early, and he's like, yeah, good luck with that, Gary. It's like you're herding cats to try and coordinate that early.
Just find a few people and just go. Nope, nobody gets salty. Nobody doesn't say, well, he didn't go with me.
No, that's exactly it. I
think I had one meal with my brother the whole weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah. I went in just saying, hey, I'm going to be open-minded and flexible, and, eventually get a chance to see everybody. And that's exactly how it worked out. I mean, it just kind of went from one event to another. What's amazing is I don't know if as a grown adult, I've ever had the opportunity for a couple of days to have someone hang out with any time of the day. It was somewhere to be, or someone you could connect with, or go see, just whenever you wanted. No matter how early, no matter how late. If you wanted to eat, you wanted to drink, or just hang out. It's pretty awesome. Very, very cool.
Yeah.
That's it's like every 5 feet there was somebody with a rock t-shirt on anyway. So you're like,
this is true.
Yeah, I know you.
Yeah, that's why. Like yesterday when we were going through our favorite things in the box, one thing I like about the shirt is it's nice to fit in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you just see somebody. It's like I don't even know some of these people. I'll just give them a high five. It's like realm. Move on.
Realm.
No, that's true, Brian. It was my first time, and we can talk about the Friday night party, I guess, at some point. But once I had that shirt, man, between Dave's generosity, it felt good, because having met you guys the first time in New Jersey back in June, and then doing NJCC, I didn't have any R.O.C stuff yet, and then to finally be able to walk around and kind of represent it, it was pretty sweet.
Yeah, JD, you too, right? You're like, finally, you got a shirt.
Yep, finally.
Guys got your colors.
Yeah, that's how.
How many times did we have to answer this? What's up with the shirts?
That's when you slide them a card and say, "This is what's up."
That's it.
There you go. You got it, man. You got it.
Bunch of cool motherfuckers.
I think we picked up a couple of extra new members over the weekend.
Yeah, which is really cool. That's nice, man.
And look, guys, look who just slipped into it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I hope you guys don't mind. I slid the link over to Mr. Agent H himself.
Yo. What up, guys? What up?
What's up?
Executive
What's up, man? Good to see you. Good to see you again.
What's up, man?
Not much. I miss you guys.
Alrighty.
Yeah. It like earlier in the podcast, it doesn't feel the same, It was like, I don't know, it felt like a high school reunion, summer camp.
A high school reunion, but you like everyone.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Like all your cool friends that you know all your life,
You like most of them.
Yeah, It was great, man.
You heard that, Eddie.
Like the video I posted, I was so thankful for you guys welcomed me in with open arms, David, Dom, Jose, Gary, me, taking me out to lunch at Hen Pennies. Yeah, it was delicious food there.
Darius, you've been down for fucking so long, man.
Yeah.
We go way back, man. And to actually be able to finally fucking meet you and to hug your ass, and it feels like I was hugging a brother.
Definitely.
Guys, literally, we don't bullshit when we say rock fam. Like, it's really family. That's what it feels like. I feel like I'm hugging my brothers and shit when I see each and every one of you, and even when I'm meeting you for the first time. You know what I'm saying? And like, it's fam.
And shout out to those that were quiet that we're kind of worried about coming up and saying hello and then being like, wow, this is really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
That's cool.
I like, one of my highlights was, talking to the Make Toys owner for like 45 minutes,
That's awesome.
It's just like, wow, just shooting the shit, and he bought a Wolverine figure that I worked on for his son, who's a big Marvel fan. So it was really cool. And Saturday night, going to get tacos back at Bar Taco 2 a.m. with with Dave and Nick and Ian and stuff. It was good times. It was really just great sitting in even a horrible podcast in the end. That was just a horrible podcast, but it was to be there to support, Bobby.
The panel.
Yeah.
Is anybody going to post some audio or video from that? Is anybody taking any video from that?
They're not even worth it.
I don't think so. It was just so bad. It was just like,
what did I miss?
Document, It was just the host of the podcast. He was just trying to, his quirks and jokes, it was just all misses. Everyone was a miss, and it was just like the segues. It was these awkward segues into the next thing, and it was just horrible. But regardless, it was just having fun with you guys there.
So I guess there was no yo-yos up there.
Yeah.
Then.
No,
Yeah,
Mr. Joe.
No yo-yos.
It was so dead and uncomfortable, and Bobby did not want to be there at all. You could just see,
Well, whoever was left in the crowd, was there any R.O.C left in the crowd?
Yeah, there was a few people there.
Good.
Chris, Brian, Antoine,
Ace.
David.
As long as you guys got a couple of
Ace was
rounds in
there.
there, you know?
Yeah,
We got some of those in there for sure.
That's cool.
yeah, but yeah, it was great to see Russ and Anna finally.
You were like, you think you were like the highlight of Anna's weekend. She was meeting you, and I was like, God, Lord, dude. She was happy to see you. So,
yeah, it was meeting Roland Steele. It was great to see him. Looking great. Just talking, shooting the shit with him. It was just love all around the room. That rock party was out of control, yo.
Yeah, it was.
Unfortunately, real quick, there was somebody here on the panel that actually that missed out on that party. Clutch. What happened? Tell us what happened coming in. I know you stopped by the room after. And you left a little note for everybody saying like Clutch was here along with Kenny Prime. So what happened, brother? How was your commute coming into TFCON that day?
The commute for me wasn't bad. I had to wait for Kenny to get his paycheck on Friday morning up in Rhode Island. And
Shout out to direct deposit.
Yeah, really, right?
What type of rinky-dink fucking place he working?
The worst part about it is that he said the teller at the bank could not cash it because it was from a different bank. So he got 200 then, and the rest would be in there on Monday after the convention. So it was useless.
Oh, God.
He left his place at like 2 p.m. and had to drive to me and hit all the traffic in Connecticut for some reason.
Yeah, Connecticut is bumper to bumper through the whole state, just FYI. Yeah. Drive through it at night.
Big state.
I guess he didn't know. He got to me at 11 p.m. in Philadelphia.
He didn't know.
It would have been quicker for him to shoot up through Canada and come back around the Great Lakes.
I was waiting around for hours for him, and then we hit the road immediately and got down there in a little under 3 hours, putting us at the hotel at like 2 a.m. And everybody's asleep. The last post we saw on Instagram was like 45 minutes prior to that.
It's funny. I know Jose and I weren't asleep, man. We wouldn't shut up. We kept talking to each other, man. I needed those extra couple hours of sleep.
Yeah. We were like, man, we're just gonna like lay out, when we get to the room, and then we just chatting for like another 45 minutes. It was great, man. This shit was awesome.
So get up on
Clutch, I'm sorry you missed out, dude. Like seriously, but I did love the video you guys posted though, like just creeping through the hallway and then slipping that little note under the door.
I felt bad because you guys are all partying on Thursday, and I'm like, okay, well, I'm not gonna be there till Friday, but I'm gonna hang out Friday night. And then knowing that I was gonna miss Friday night too, it just kind of cut the con in half for me, which was a bummer. But we got there. We got up to the room at like 2:30. Kenny immediately put on the robe that's in the closet for no good reason. And
that shit wouldn't fit me. Or else I would be hanging around the party with that bitch.
We saw that 1232 was the place to be, so we went up there and put an ear to the door, and it was all quiet. So we went back down. Then we wrote a note. We went up again, and we put it under the door. And probably didn't go to sleep till like 3:30, but then got up at 6:30 to get in the crazy line real early and get checked in. It was my first TFCon as well. I guess it doesn't seem like it was.
Shit. I feel like, you know what it is? I see you too. I've seen you so much. I feel like you're just at all of these events. I felt like you were there last year.
Oh, I'm just one of the little guys.
He's just blowing you off and don't give a fuck.
So I had a great time. Like I didn't buy anything. I got a shirt from Dave and I got a shot glass, which somehow I already cracked. I don't know what the hell's wrong with me.
It's just a chip.
Yeah.
Shout out to the car.
I got a digital face paint. Didn't work on this one. So what else? I really liked the third party panel, and I'm sure we'll go into that later. But I just felt like it was the biggest live everyone together ETR ever. Like when you have every voice you could possibly have from the realm all at once in the same room looking at the news or lack thereof.
We were screen sharing.
It was the best screen share ever.
I didn't even think of it that way. That's a good point. Yeah. Holy shit.
So when Dan and Chris and Dust and myself and JD were all just screaming out bullshit at the screen, it was fantastic.
For as shitty as that panel was, man, it was so much fun.
I know, that's only because
the whole back fucking corner was just all of us.
Yeah. Hey Gary, how many times did I tell you I'm just getting out and walking up? I got to get out of here.
Yeah.
I guess we might as well talk about the third party panel.
It was funny. So Dust is sitting on my right, and two things would happen. Every time they'd show us a slide, yeah, we've seen this, I'm getting out of here. And then someone else would stand up or leave, and he'd be like, oh, that's Keith. And then the next slide would come up, he's like, yeah, I'm getting the fuck out of here, I'm done. And then someone else would stand up. It's like, oh, there goes Keith again. Totally different person.
Hey, they say he slides in there. He likes to wear a cowboy hat.
So you don't know. Actually, I forgot who posted it, but I actually saw somebody, I don't know if it was on Instagram or the R.O.C. Facebook group, where somebody said like we actually were the reason that panel was slightly entertaining. You know what I'm saying?
I got a couple of quarter turns from some of the extremist nerd guys. They kind of went,
stop talking.
All right,
Stop.
Yo, but
really? Can you be quiet? I'm trying to watch this.
I'm trying to watch the shit I see every day.
Come on, Dust. Don't be rude to the people. Some people come to TFCon just to get that news because they don't know where else to get it.
We've been talking about this shit for 2 years. Yeah. They were showing slides from 2 years ago. They started the show and they're still showing the same slides.
Imagine they had Hasbro news in there. Oh, that would have been so much worse. Like the Power of the Prime stuff was in there. The reaction from the people like in the front of the room would have been hilarious.
What I felt was quite interesting was here's Fans Toys. 2 slides, 1, 2, done. Next.
That's it. Yep.
I wonder what happened there.
Well, it's funny.
Playing it close to the chest.
I was sitting next to Chris and I was sitting next to Chuck, and the slides, they come and go, and I'm just I'm not paying attention. I'm just waiting for something big. Yeah. And then I just turned to Chuck and I said, "Hey Chuck, the Fans Toys there was nothing new. And he's like, you're just getting that now? And I was like, damn it.
Anna kept yawning and shit. I'm like, stop yawning. And every time she yawned, somebody would say something funny and she started to wake up and she started laughing. I was like, damn, they're keeping you awake. It's bad.
You know, it was bad enough I drank a lot the night before. I was hungover the next morning. I started drinking early in the morning to balance out. And I got to sit and listen to that bullshit panel.
Yeah. I think that was
Dust hungover. I thought you were still drunk, motherfuckers.
Yeah, I was. That's why I woke up when I pounded a couple of beers and I balanced out. I was like, all right, let's go downstairs.
Yeah, exactly.
Like
that's usually what levels you out. Yeah, I think that was the biggest thing, though. I think since Fans Toys dropped that bomb with Omega Supreme last year, everybody was kind of just expecting something similar, and since we didn't really get anything like that, the whole thing just was like, boo, what a fucking.
They didn't even show some of the up and coming either. I think it was just like two plain old shit. I don't even remember what they showed, but it was just boom, boom, done. The Cyclonus,
Springer and the Cup.
Cyclonus.
Yeah, Springer Cup and that Cyclonus. That was it.
Yeah.
Huh.
It was
pretty disappointing.
Yeah.
I think the only thing that I saw that was new, but I already saw it in a case that I was quite interested in until I really took a look at it, was the Cliff Jumper,
right?
And the fact that they're another Bruticus combiner. Yay! I don't think we're gonna get a decent one out of all these guys. Because looking at some of the shit,
I don't know, man.
I
think Warbitron might still be the best. All said and done.
Man, it just felt like a waste of time. Like I felt like the new things that we did see, we just could have we didn't have to spend 50 minutes there just going through all that stuff.
And I think
spent that time at the show.
I think they dropped the ball also at the venue because of the way they had it set up. It's one of the most anticipated panels, in my opinion.
Yeah, I
a third-party show.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
is this, and you go out 2:30, the line is already there. It's going one way, and all of a sudden they said, no, it's going this way now. So everybody that was up in front's got to go all the way to the back. There was just no organization, and they were a bunch of fucking douchebags.
Yeah.
Just saying that. Just putting that out there.
It's hard to argue with what you said. That's pretty fucked up.
Yep.
Yeah.
Be prepared.
A
lot of yellow shirts were sitting down that day.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they were. What's funny is like you've done it before.
I wore a yellow shirt on Friday.
Yeah, I did.
Traitor.
Well, that's the one small disappointment. I mean, the real reason we were there was just to get to hang out with everybody and have a good time, which we were definitely fucking successful at doing that.
Yes.
Me and Dave actually went to pick up Dave and Ian that day for our commute down. We didn't have a bad drive. Like Gary said, there's construction on the turnpike on the way down there. So we got there when we did. First person we saw was Brammer. He was already getting twisted, but thankfully he was on his best behavior. Shout out to Masterpiece Shitpiece. How you doing, bro? You watching?
Yo, there's one thing about Bram that I know, and while he gets that dead look in his eye. He's really tall and straight. You know what I mean? And he has in his pocket. He's getting there.
I went and picked him up on Wednesday from the airport. He got pissed at me because he's like, dude, you go stay and have a drink with me? I'm like, motherfucker, I gotta drive an hour and a half home. I can't stay and have a drink with you. I gotta go, man. He's like, that's fucked up. I'm like, dude, what do you want? What do you want? Go, man.
Yeah, he actually, he got in the day before a bunch of us did. He got in on Wednesday night, So he was definitely the first person we saw when we got there. He was already pretty twisted, and stuff. He started early.
Shit,
and,
he was alone, right?
He was alone. Yeah. He was alone.
Wasn't he alone? Jose,
yeah.
Wasn't he alone there for a day by himself?
Yeah,
I would have been getting twisted too if I was sitting there.
Jose, he was with Raul when we got there, I think.
Oh, Raul was there. Oh, yeah, Raul was there too. He was already there when we got there.
And the captain, and Jack, and Jim,
the captain, and Tim,
and
Bud.
Yeah, so we pulled in, Dave checked in, and his room for that evening officially became the party room, so we had to go find the nearest ABC and stock up on all the liquor that we needed for that night and the rock party for Friday. And so we did that, went to the supermarket, got some snacks, went back to the hotel, started pre-gaming a little bit. We were supposed to hit up Bar Taco, I think originally at 5 p.m., but that's actually the time we got to the hotel. And Jason L, Justin L, and their wives and everybody, Yule that was with them, they hadn't arrived yet. So we missed our reservations initially. We got to the restaurant around 7. They told us we had to wait. So we just kind of went to the bar next door and had a few drinks there, which was a good time. We met up with Todd, who's from the area, a real freaking cool cat. He was putting us on all the good places to eat out there. So shout out to Todd One.
Yeah, he was like the Reston ambassador.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, that place is great. It's only a block over that way. Cool, awesome. Thanks, dude.
Yeah, he put us onto all the good spots out there, which was awesome. So we hooked up with him. We chilled. We had a few drinks at the bar, and Jason, Justin, Tyler, and the rest of them showed up, and we got our tables at Bar Taco. We ate, had drinks. Agent H showed up, got to meet him,
Yep.
and we all just chilled out and had a really, really good time until we got back to the hotel. Of course, the night wasn't over yet.
Nope.
Went back to Dave's room. He started making some concoction up in there, and Energon juice is what he called it. And we were just all getting twisted in the room. And like Brian said, Brian got in a little bit after because he was chilling with Chris's house. So he got in late, but once he got to the room, he started hanging out with us, started getting down on some of that juice as well. We had Adam Tucker in the room, Raul, everybody that was just down hanging out, had a good time. And
but that was Thursday.
Wow.
Right?
Yeah, great, just really, really great first day there, you know. And then like we said, we were just kind of hanging around in the lobby on a Friday morning, just waiting for everybody else to show up. And then once the people started showing up, we started kind of planning as far as like helping Dom set up for the convention and getting the room ready for the party that night and stuff like that. And oof, what a party we had, guys. How about that fucking rock party? How about that fucking rock party?
we were stressing because when we got there, I don't know, was it right before noon, a little before noon.
Mm-hmm.
And Chris tried to get an early check-in, and we had the big suite and we had the 2 bedrooms on both sides of the suite. They told us that the person that rented the suite the night before paid extra to keep it until 5. Now, right away, we're just like, what the fuck, man? We're supposed to get in here at 3. We need to set up. We have to do, we have to go in and get our tickets at what was it, 6?
Yeah.
5 or 6, something like that. And then we had the rock pickup. What was at 6:30? We were going to do that?
No,
Yeah.
7. Was it 7?
Mm-hmm.
And the party had to start at 8. And I'm like, well, if we can't get to the room at 5, it's going to take them an hour to clean that shit. And then we're going to have to run around and move furniture and get shit situated and get all that shit worked out. But they actually got us in there at 3 o'clock. So it worked out in the long run. So gave us enough time to prepare and come up with what we were going to do. And it was nice to have the entrance in with the lounge and the entrance out.
And entrance
Get
out.
the drinks and get the fuck out.
Yeah, I tell you, it's nice when you bring a lot of stuff to a hotel and you got to unpack a car and you have an army of guys just sitting there waiting for you to show up.
Yeah.
You see how many people had beer and booze under their arms?
Yep. Yeah, man, it was pretty cool. Todd did stop by. He dropped off a couple of cases, of brew for us and stuff. We brought that upstairs. We got set up for the Rock Box pickup, which we did at 6:30 that day, right? 6:30 p.m. Everybody started coming.
I thought it was 6:30, right? It was right after registration.
Yeah, right. Yeah, so we started the Rock Box pickups at 6:30. People started just filing in right away. Everybody got their picture taken. We discussed it last night, guys. So if you if you didn't watch Into the Realm, definitely check that show out. But everybody started picking up their rock boxes. They signed a big poster. We had Harvey _Dent was getting everybody to say Realm. So I can't wait to see the video montage of all that. And they picked up the rock boxes. The bartender himself, Dust Mites, offering them a brew or a shot.
Yeah, that was the worst. That was the worst part of the plan, was making me stand behind that fucking bar. Because it was when you drank, I drank.
Uh-huh.
You got 100 packs sold. You do the math.
Oh yeah. So that was really good. And like the guy said last night on ETR, the pickups basically just rolled right into the rock party at 8 p.m. And we went hard, man. Everybody showed up. Lots of liquor flowing. Lots of people showed up. Shout out to Energon Addict and G Money. These guys actually went out and picked up some Chick-fil-A for us. Fucking brought back like 60 or 70 sandwiches for us to munch out on. And because a lot of them couldn't get a chance.
Dude, that was a big hit.
You know, also,
I think that amped up the party one more notch. Everybody was in there. Once that came in, everybody was like,
yeah, man.
Then there was more drinks flowing. And
that was a big hit, man. You saw the most. Yeah. You saw the most healthiest motherfuckers throwing down Chick-fil-A. They're like, it's my cheat weekend. Let's do it.
Sure is. But let me tell you a little story about that.
Yeah, how do you go up there and order 60 sandwiches?
No, we didn't. The plan was like I said, all right, let's go get Chick-fil-A, right? So we get in the car. We're probably a block away from the hotel. Gary goes, no, we're going to call it in. And I'm like, what? He goes, yeah, we're going to call it in. I was like, all right, call it in. So he calls, he places the order. He's looking at me. He's like, is that enough? I'm like, yeah, that's enough. That's good. We drove by because we had to take Dom to, I think, like Target, right?
Target.
Because he needed Post-its. As we're driving by Chick-fil-A, the line's all the way in the street. There's no joke, about 25 cars in there.
Oh.
And I was like, Gary, what a good call, bro. So by the time we went to Target, left Target, picked up the food, we maybe waited 5 minutes for the food.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
The lady came with the 2 bags, and she's walking, and she's like, what is this for? Are you having a party or whatever? And I'm like, yeah, there's a convention.
We're going to be smoking a lot of weed.
That's normally the case. But then she was like, oh, I have something for you. I guess she wanted to entice us to maybe like place another order. She gave us a stack of free ice cream and cookie cards.
Oh, nice.
I had put some of them out in the room. I don't know what happened to them, but
they ate them.
Missed the food.
Yeah, I think so.
The animals ate them.
All the motherfuckers that were smoking up that night, they got swiped the fuck up.
But you guys are missing something about that rock party, man. We had Chick-fil-A and we had potato chip bags everywhere, right? Yeah. So I guess it was a thing to like throw them across the room at people. Because I got smacked with a Chick-fil-A fucking spicy chicken sandwich. I got smacked in the face with a bag of chips. Every time I turn around, it was either Dom or JD, like this. So it was like a all-out like war in that room, like between the drinking and the shots, and then all the fucking chips flying everywhere. It was just great.
And I started throwing them out to people because nobody was coming towards the bar, and we had all these chips left, so I was just going zinging them out to everybody. Yo, chips.
So 2 things. I'm going to chime in. You know you're having a good time with your friends when you go to Target, and even that's entertaining. So Dom needs Post-its because he didn't have Post-its to put on all his stuff. We're walking down the aisle. Every other word out of Dave is like, F this, F that, F this, F you, Dom. I'm like, dude, relax. You're in Target, right? I'm trying to be the adult.
Arrested.
We spend probably 10 minutes in the stationery aisle. Dom's like, hey, where's the Post-its? Where's the Post-its? He's staring at him. He's like, I don't want these colors. He's like, just pick a fucking pack. Let's get out of here.
Oh, my God.
It's pretty funny.
Did you guys go down the toy aisle?
No. Actually, we didn't. We got the Post-its and got out of there and went to get the food.
I wouldn't go up there for a re-up or something. Gotta get those RED figures.
Right.
Oh, somebody's coming in.
Oh, and you know what? For the first time, it's not coming from me, fellas. It's not coming from me.
It's not the KO police.
No, it's not.
Yo, well, G, for that Chick-fil-A calling ahead, you definitely deserve that meme. The whole. Thinking.
Well, I heard that everyone forgets to eat at this thing is what I was told. So I'm like, listen, that's not going to happen. So again, the funny jokes. I packed that big tote, and I had chips and chips and chips. Right? Yeah, no twigs, no twigs or cranberries. What I did, I threw in some some Bang, kind of energy amino acid drinks, just to kind of keep people amped up. I had some protein cookies in there, some almonds. Nobody gave a shit.
A bunch of fat guys eat healthy. Look at you, go ahead.
Well, when you're drinking all night and you haven't been eating, you'll eat your ass some twigs.
That's true. Yeah.
Twigs quick fast.
I was joking with Gary like a week ahead of time. I was like, dude, you're bringing all this stuff. I was like, are you bringing a minivan too? Because you're like a soccer mom. Like, drink your water.
Sliced oranges.
Get your juice boxes, R.O.C. guys.
Sliced oranges, everyone.
Sliced oranges.
Nah, but thanks, Gary. Thanks for looking out, man.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And thank you guys for going to get that Chick-fil-A. Like, it's not like it saved the day, but it definitely gave us more energy to keep it going even longer.
Yes, for sure.
It amped up even more after that. And I got to tell you guys, I cannot believe we did not get shut down sooner.
Yeah, really.
I know. It was out in there.
You got the music. You got the music blaring. Everyone was
couldn't
trying
hear the
out.
music.
Nothing. Yeah.
No, I had that speaker booming.
Yeah.
I was 2 feet next to it. I couldn't hear it over the chatter that was going on. It was unbelievable.
You know what? I wish I would have taken some video of actually all the chatter in the room. I know I took a ton of pics and stuff, but to catch that, I really didn't think to do video while everybody was in there, because that would have been like, wow. I hope somebody else did.
That was on some wrestling shit, the electricity in the arena. No, the electricity in the room. Incredible.
I got sad earlier today, and then I just was sitting there watching Antoine's videos as he's just like turning around the room. I'm like, oh,
nice.
Oh, there's Gary. Room.
I wish my ass would have got got away from that bar for a while. Just got in there. I know I went out there a couple of times, but it just feels like the party was such a blur. I feels like I didn't get a chance to, to hang out and talk with people because I was so worried about everybody having a good time and making sure that the drinks were flowing. And honestly, if you think about it, I could have just going to get their own.
Yeah,
exactly. Anybody could have made their own.
Yeah, but
exactly.
people tend to act up like that. So I need to be that kind of control.
So Dust, right? The drunker Dust got right. The heavier the alcohol came out, right? So I was sitting there again, making me a rum and coke for me. He does
some of those are still
all the way with rum, right? It was like a little bit of coke. He's like, "Here you go, oh my god!" Like,
dude, we had those 2 big bottles to get rid of. I'm like, man, we gotta get rid of this shit because nobody's gonna want to drink tomorw.
I'm I'm already fucked up, and I'm gonna drink this shit. Good.
But then there's me and Gary.
Oh man,
drinking all the
drank all the water.
We were tossing them back.
Yep.
We tossing them back.
At least we had 2 cool heads in the room to take control.
Right?
Shit happened to go down. Well, we couldn't control something,
But I tell you, man, seeing all the different people. So there's a lot of people that are throughout the cool table, right? People that are, people that start out watching Shattercast, people, watching Enter the Realm, things like that. And so we had Enter the Realm, we had the Hangout, we had SCU, we had TKO, we had Blackout and Shout, we had Open Your Toys podcast in there, and we had Nerd Out in there. That's seven podcasts.
Finger banging.
And figure banging too. Yeah. 8, right? 8 shows all in that room, all having a grand time.
Coinciding and talking and having a great time.
Right. Building bridges. The Blackout and Shout guys, I didn't realize Chick-fil-A was showing up at the party, so I went down quick to Panera real quick to get a sandwich because I wasn't going to be feeling terrible. And I sat down with the Blackout and Chat guys in Panera, and they was like, "Hey, can I pull up a seat?" I talked to them. I got one to buy a rock pack, kind of thing. I was passing the room number around. I was like, "Come on up," and that stuff was. And it turns out I was already friends with them on Facebook. How many people are you friends with on Facebook that you haven't met yet, but it's only through the fandom? It turns out I'm already friends with William Fong. I'm already friends with Levi from Black and Shout, Mike Kincaid. So I'm just like, I can just message them the number, kind of thing. Where we're at is awesome.
It didn't look like he was too disappointed with that rock box either.
No, sir. No, sir.
Don't think anybody was.
No, Rock box was awesome. Hey, I brought one home. We brought one home for my son. and he really was excited to have it. He opened it up, and he's like, just really got to enjoy everything in it. So,
hey, did you see Nick Brammer sending his kid to school?
Yes, I did. Yeah.
Coolest kid in the school.
Represent, baby. I love it. That's so cool,
man. Fuck it. Just sitting back talking about it, man. It's incredible, and the memories that come in, and the memories that were clouded. Remember 2-3 days later.
If you just on that, like, especially even on that Friday, and we said this quite a bit, it's not about the toys all the time.
No.
And the conversations, that you could be a part of, like, it was great, man. I got to kind of talk with Brian from Nerd Out. We were talking about Mopars and cars, and and then just kind of listening just all the other conversations, people talking about family stuff and where they're from, and it was just amazing to kind of just tune all those different conversations in, and just here's all these people whose paths may have not have crossed organically without kind of the hobby to begin with, but it wasn't just about that stuff. So
a lot of times these guys go to these shows for years and never said a word to each other. Yep. Until a platform like what we're doing, corralling them into the fucking area, getting in together into a community, and making it happen. Just don't be scared, and just be yourself, say what's up, and there you go.
Yep. Oh, and Toy Detox is in there too. I forgot about them.
That's right. Toy Detox.
Shout out to Mickey showing up like a fucking space alien.
Yeah.
like he parked a DeLorean outside.
Plastic Fanatics represented too. Those guys from there on there.
I gotta make a meme now. Put Mickey and Tyler's face on Back to the Future guys with the DeLorean.
Yeah.
How he popped up.
Make Tyler Doc Brown and make Mickey fucking Michael J. Fox.
Run for it, Mickey!
Great Scott!
But that the best part of it for me was, I think, getting to know everybody, like, outside of the podcast, because we got there Thursday, we hung out Thursday, we did the dinner. Friday, we all went to that round table breakfast. It was like 10 of us at breakfast. Walking the streets of Reston together and just being silly and stupid and making fun of each other.
Coming straight out of Reston.
Yeah. Fucking me and Dom going back and forth, just like we do on the show, but doing it even more so in fucking in person. Yeah. It was just too surreal. And then for me, like, when I picked up my rock box, I got to get in there a little earlier than everybody else, and it was just awesome to open it and take my time with it, pull out each item, and
look at you trying to be a baller.
Yeah. No, I'm being. I mean, you guys all let everybody in, basically every one by one. I got there maybe 5 minutes before everybody else.
We passed Dave around the room.
Yeah.
You know what I
mean? But to see the effort that you guys put into the box was dope. I was just pulling everything out one by one. I was like, wow, this is fucking dope. I'm glad it was a surprise. I'm glad that you guys don't tell anybody what's in the box.
I know everybody gets a little salty. They don't know what they're buying, but we're not going to let you guys down.
Dude, Nerd Out in the chat goes, thanks for the hospitality and the rum.
And shout out to KJ and the Crashbox team and Chris, who put the boxes together, and whoever showed up that day. Brian, everybody helped out. Bobby helped out putting them together. But all those little details make a difference. And I know they say that we say that at my job all the time. Pay attention to detail, and that's what it's all about. It's a little bit of extra that goes a long way, even if it's absolutely face on a spudger.
Yeah,
it goes.
And I love that. I said it on ETR last night. I shouted that out as one of my favorite things about the Rock Box. Well, when we face on the packaging,
See, when we decided to go with this product, that item, if you noticed on the old figure bangings, I would be animate about the spudger. I would call it the speaker, the spocker, the spooker. You're using that piece of shit tool or make fun of it just to make people remember it. So when they got their rock box, they're like, "Oh shit, that's that shit that Ace uses on figure banging." So there's a method to my madness.
Always.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And you know what I really think is a really, really personal touch was the artwork from you guys. Everybody that submitted the artwork and the little cards we made up with the bio on the back. We really appreciate all the time and effort that you guys put in. I think that was a really big personal touch. A little from you guys giving back also.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was dope.
Thank you guys.
Awesome, man.
Yeah, JD, tell us a little bit about that. You were actually one of the artists featured in that trading card set. So how was that experience for you, like being asked to do that and keeping it under wraps until all this came out?
I didn't know anything about it. He just Pinkerton hit me up and he's like, "Hey man, I got a favor. Just we want to, I have this thing going on. I don't want to give too much information, but draw your own rendition of our mascot." And I was like, "Oh, okay." So I didn't know if he was gonna put it on a shirt.
Did you have to ask him who the mascot was? Were you gonna draw a picture of Asian Kid Mad or something?
That would have been pretty good though. I doubt, not everybody would have appreciated that, but
yeah, I really hope you enjoyed the finished product, man.
Yeah, dude, that was super rad. Like a little collector's card of my own artwork, and everybody else's, Mr. Fong and Bobby and it's
Oscar
everybody. It was in Oscar was in there.
Yeah, I love the uniqueness of everybody's picture too.
Yeah.
Just doing the Nemesis Ollie, which we flipped on the shirt, it just awesome, man. Awesome.
Was a great idea.
If only, like I said last night, if only could have got a stick of gum and some wax paper around it with an R.O.C logo, it'd be like an old school pack of cards,
fucking tops.
Yeah. It would have been dope, but yeah, I don't know. That's just for me. That's a little bit more like giving back to the community because the community was involved.
Right.
Well, when I get the Transformers, they always include those little collector's cards and shit like that. Those are gonna be on the. Those are now. I have a binder and all that shit to keep all that stuff in. Those will now be the front page. They want rifle them in there, and as soon as you open it up, it's going to be everybody's artwork in there.
I hope you guys do some more next year, because I will submit a design for it. You could do a yearly series or something.
Well, we're starting now on the next year's.
Really? The plans?
Hey, it comes up quick, guys. I'm going to tell you that right now. We started planning months and months and months, and next thing we know is Chris is just like, guys, we gotta start getting this shit together.
Yeah.
Hey, yo, Dust, I got a question for you.
Yes, sir. How can I help?
Sorry, Brian. So for me, this was my second con, right? And I can see how dramatically bigger, just the realm got itself. For you and your brother, how was the feeling? What was the reaction? What did you guys, talk about, or how did you guys react to it?
I mean, was he really impressed?
It was overwhelming for him.
Was it? Okay.
He actually, at some point went back to the room and just sit down and was emotional. I'm not going to say what he did, but he was emotional. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And then he talked to me that night, was just like, I can't believe it, how far it's come and what you guys did with it, and, he's, of course, I'm sorry I wasn't there for all of it. And I'm like, we all got shit we got to take care of. People going to come in and come out of this thing all the time.
Yeah.
We have a team. The team picked up the ball. We ran with it. And this was the vision,
Nice.
Absolutely.
Here we are. Me, you know how I am. The best part of me was sitting back behind that bar and just seeing everybody bullshitting and talking.
Yep.
Didn't matter if someone came to talk to me. It was nice. I talked to them, but I was just worried about, talking with everybody else and seeing everybody interact and seeing this guy with that guy and this one with this one and this over here with that. That's you here, Toy Detox, Nerd Out, these guys, all this, blah, 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 blah. This whole thing that we've been working forward to and working on in there. And then that picture on the staircase, and everybody just going through the crowd and just seeing the shirts left and right. Even from the back, you could see it because we had the R.O.C imprinted in the back, the brand on the back. And it was just incredible. It's just fucking incredible. And
go ahead.
They're just gonna get bigger. And Chris said in the chat, "Dust, my face hurts from the perma smile I had on Friday night." You know what's funny is like, when we first started this, we had our ups and downs, we had our lovers, we have our haters, we had our doubters and whatnot, and it's just like people say, you're doing it wrong. Well, I don't think we're doing it wrong.
I don't think so.
You know what I mean? I think we're doing it fucking right.
Yep, I
should have read the
had a chance.
Period.
I had a chance to speak, to Brian a few times throughout the weekend, man, and I'm really, really glad that he actually got to come to the show. Especially after everything that's happened, and he really did tell me that it was an eye-opening experience for him. He just thought that it really was amazing, like what we got going on here, guys. Like it really is truly something special.
Yeah, and like he went to the last NJCC, and NJCC we had a big turnout, but that's NJCC. This is fucking TFCON, and to see it, NJCC times 12.
And for me, it's not about the numbers. It's not about seeing everybody with a Rock T-shirt on. I mean, it's dope. That's a great part of it. Yeah, but cool. It's more just connecting with people and connecting them with them on another level. Like, I'm not just making this up. Like these dudes that I deal with on the panel, everybody I'm talking to now, like it was such love. Like we were taking care of each other the entire trip. Yo, you need something to drink, you need something to eat. Yo, I got this, I got that. Yeah. It was just love around across the whole board. Good vibes.
Somebody go check up on Dustin and hold him up for a bit.
I gotta say, Dave, you and Jose, man, had to be two of the busiest mofos I've ever seen. Every time I saw you two, y'all were hopping on something, dude. Y'all were moving around and doing everything. And Jose was the picture man. And oh my God, every time I turn around, Jose was stabbing somebody's picture. Hey, come on,
so many people now that we could assign tasks, and people could be this dude and that dude. Like I used to have to take the pictures, take the video, do this, talk with people, and then at NJCC I'd be too busy talking with people. I get home, I'm like, I'm taking pictures. Well, now between 2-3 people, special Jose, we got it locked. We got it locked down. We got it locked.
It's funny that you guys tell me that too, because usually during like my own personal events here, like when I'm hanging out with coworkers or hanging out with family and stuff, I'm always the picture man too. I'm like, hey, come on, and then everybody's like, send me those photos, send those photos.
The one unfortunate thing is we have to look at your fucking ugly mug in every pic. But I guess we can crop that shit out if we want.
Exactly. It's just just black me out.
But Russ. So
your energy was infectious. What I mean? It was cool, and I appreciate it.
So Russ, I just want to say, for seeing them you got to be on the move on these things. You sit still, you're gonna miss out.
I know.
That's why it's like, it's nice to go get a meal sometimes, but while you're sitting there waiting for that check, time is precious and it's passing by.
That's true.
That's why I never fucking eat at this shit.
That's right. That's right. Yeah. And so that's why I was actually really happy with Panera, man. You could be in and out in 15 minutes,
that was it was close. Now imagine if that was like a Taco Bell or some shit.
Yep.
Oh, boy. That would have been a lot worse.
It would have been balling.
A lot more bathroom breaks.
That bathroom line would be deep.
And bathroom line would be a little long.
Yeah, and Dave, going back to what you said about connecting with people, like I roomed with Jose, so we talked for like an hour and a half at least each night, right? Because we couldn't get to sleep. And like I got to have a nice conversation with Adam Tucker. I think maybe it was Friday. I can't remember if it was Saturday, because I got him an R.O.C, right? And when he went to pick it up, we just chatted for a while. Stuff like that is cool. One of the things I loved about this weekend was the elevator. Because every time the door opened, whether I was getting on an elevator or off an elevator, I knew somebody. That was great.
I had a lot of uncomfortable conversations in that elevator. Also.
No, Dust had one of the funniest things I'm going to say was Sunday morning, and a group of us were on the elevator on the ground floor. Okay, we're already on the bottom level, and some elderly lady gets on, and he's like, "Oh, nope, sorry, we're going down." And she's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry," and she like jumped off, and he's like, "No, I'm just kidding. I'm just joking."
Hey, what you say on a Sunday?
Yeah, she's like, "Oh, way to be funny so early on a Sunday."
You can't make everybody happy.
Yeah, but not only with the elevator had like people in cosplay costumes. You would open an elevator door, there'd be lights flashing, and you got the touch playing loud in the elevator. You're like, what the fuck am I doing? This is crazy.
Hey, what you guys thinking about that urban contemporary jazz they were playing in that elevator?
Yeah.
Just lights beats in that elevator. I tell you that right now.
It sounded like to me that was like the start screen from Mario Kart. That's what it sounded like.
It was a short loop as well, because I remember hearing the same quote unquote song on multiple trips in that elevator. It wasn't that variety.
I think I heard one of my "What's in the Box" outros playing that.
Yeah.
Wow, even the elevator, man. And Kenny brought up a story. There was some chick in there. She's kind of hot, you know, a little older, and she was there for a wedding. She said something about, well, I was bullshitting with her, and she's like, I gotta go up to my room and work on this strapless bra. And as she's going, I was like, I can help with that bra if you like.
I was in that elevator with you. I remember that.
A lot of uncomfortable conversations in the elevator.
But it's funny, I bet shit. I can imagine. That's
You know what else too?
That's what happens when you put this type of convention in that type of hotel. You know?
Yeah, Thursday was even more weird because they were having some kind of like other convention. Like everybody was in business suits and stuff.
I think there was Brian was saying Michael Cole's daughter's wedding was there.
No, that was
Chris said that. I was like, oh shit! I thought we were gonna maybe run into some wrestlers. So
yeah, and that's why he wasn't on Raw that night because of his daughter's wedding or something like that, and it was actually in that hotel. I don't know, something like that. Whatever.
What
We're
did you guys?
too much on the elevator here.
What did you guys think of Reston as a whole? I mean, did you like the way it was set up where we could at least go walk everything?
Yeah,
that's been pretty cool.
I think me and Jose had conversations of moving there. Like we were like, yo, we'd love to live in this area. It was that nice.
Well, you know what? Charlotte wasn't that bad either.
No, it wasn't.
A couple of restaurants you could walk through across the parking lot. Also, there was like a little fast food barbecue joint, and you know everything. There was a couple spots like this, but you had like. You walked out the door, you were in like a little neighborhood, and there was all these little mom and pop shops and places to eat. And that Zumba fest that was going on in the middle of the road there every day. You know, I was out there.
Saturday,
I was out there checking my Tinder, looking around for these people. You know, these single moms out there doing Zumba.
Hey, Jose took us to the that burger place on Saturday. Man, that was the best meal I had that whole trip, man. That was phenomenal.
What was that?
Which
What was
burger
that?
place?
oh, dude, it was actually it was called the Counter, but we were walking looking for a spot to eat, and we were undecided. We're like Hen Penny, no, we passed it. Another place, and we were like, no, we passed it. We passed the steakhouse, and then Gary was like, hey, how about this spot? And it looked like a burger spot, so we're like, all right, cool. Damn, that dude. Gary called it. We walked in. It didn't look like anything impressive, but we sat down. It was one of those build-your-own burger places, and oh my god,
Nice. You know, I put a certain amount of money away for a food budget, and I barely spent it. I think that was the cheapest food budget I used at one of these conventions because, you know, there was not one wing consumed that whole weekend, and we have to talk about that, guys.
oh my god,
Yeah, right.
It was a bit of a disappointment, I have to say.
I was very disappointed. You know, of course, I didn't think about it till I got home. I'm like, fuck.
No fucking way, man. Yeah.
There was probably a great wing place 2 blocks away, and Chris is probably like, "Hey, let's not tell him about that place." I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
oh man, I would have been down, but you're right, man. I'm actually disappointed we actually didn't get to at least have one meal.
It's like it's like an ROC thing now, you know?
Exactly. But man, like once again, shout out to Todd because he did kind of shout out all the good places to eat, and we just happened to get lucky. We hit a different spot like every time we went, and pretty much everywhere we went turned out to be really, really good food, man. I'm telling you, Gary, fucking on the money for picking out that spot because that was truly one of the best burgers I probably had in my life. It was good. I couldn't even finish it, and I always finish my food, guys. So trust me.
All right. I mean, we're not wrapping up, but you want to quickly go through like pros and cons. You want to do a little pro-con session here?
Yeah, sure.
And we could do, Brian, you wanted to go over everybody's halls, right?
Oh, yeah, I want to do that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we're going to screen share that. And so pros and cons.
Real quickly, if we want to do a round table on pros and cons.
Well, pros. First of all, just you guys in general, getting to hang out with everybody, see everybody, even everybody that's extended. And, I can't remember everybody's name, but just the party on Friday, the party on Saturday, hanging around in the showroom both days, and just getting to chill and chat it up with everybody. That's definitely the best thing about the weekend. You know what? Cons for me, I can't really. I've had a pretty good time. Probably leaving. It was the fucking con. You know what I'm saying? Not, having the end of the convention and all this being over, you want it to kind of like last forever. So having to go home and come back to the real world, that was the con for me. And that fucking shitty third party panel.
He just dropped the mic. He's done.
That's it.
I'll go next real quick. Pros, of course, meeting everybody, hanging out with everybody. I liked the area of Reston. I'm not going to say about what the convention gave me. I'm going to talk about the surroundings and being at a couple of these already and saying, hey, I would always say that Charlotte was my favorite.
Yeah, me too.
The way it was set up, the way the hotel was set up, the way the dealer room was set up. The rooms were a little bit far, but nothing like it was in Chicago. The bar in Charlotte was incredible. The karaoke, the outside fire pit, left a comfortable place. Like, we wouldn't have needed a R.O.C. suite. We could have did that shit at that big ass bar.
Yeah.
This place, the hotel was nice. Was kind of situated weird, where you had everything on the second floor. The dealer room was a little smaller to me. Wasn't really as comfortable to maneuver. Some of the guys' booths were a little bit smaller. Some of them were larger. But other than that, and the way it was little unorganized at times, but that's just the cons that I could think of the con, in my opinion. But pros, meeting everybody, hanging out with everybody, and chilling, man. The hotel staff was kind of rude too, but we don't want to go in there. We weren't good enough to use luggage carts. We didn't fit the criteria.
Oh no, again, you gotta be a woman and looking in distress. Because
I said next time we're gonna show up to these conventions in R.O.C. ties,
and
dress shirt. And they'll be like, yes, we'll have that room ready in 5 minutes. Yes, we'll take that luggage card. Yes, we will walk it up to the room for you. Just saying.
This next rock box, you got the rock button down shirt.
Yes, this is what we need to do. Button down and a tie. We will supply it. Look like Men in Black. Tyler in the chat.
Does the pen come with it?
Hold on. Tyler L says his cons was the snoring and farts at Chris's house. There was like 7 of us in that fucking basement. Chris's new place is fucking beautiful. He's got a really nice spread there, really nice land. The way everything's situated, very comfortable. His, of course, his wife, his family. Totally the best. It was real. I actually had a really good time hanging out with everybody that first night. So
shout out to KJ.
Everything in a phone. Yeah, shout out to
I'll go next. Like everybody else says, it was meeting you guys for the first time was a major pro. That's a pro for me as well. Another pro for me was having it so close to me, 15 minutes away. So that's definitely was an added pro for me.
That's incredible, man, to have it that close.
Yeah, it was amazing. Just 15 minutes, just in and out. My only con, I will have to say, that I wasn't able to meet everybody throughout the whole weekend. There was like so many people that I know. That's on my Instagram and my Facebook was there, but I didn't get a chance to see them because it was just like sensory overload with meeting Hanny and Agabus and the rock party and the first night, Thursday night, at Bar Taco and the Craft House bar. You know,
So
it was just
so fucking awesome.
so it was just great.
A lot of bars, if you guys haven't
A lot of
noticed.
bars, a lot of bars this weekend, you know, and that fucking Energy juice, man, to the point. I can't remember how I got home at 5 a.m. or something like that. Shout out to Nick because Nick let me crash in his room. He gave me his key card. So I remember crashing out, and I remember getting up at 7 a.m. and taking an Uber back home and just recharging and doing the whole shit again at the rock party. That shit was just fucking amazing. That's a pro there, you know. And another pro was, you know, you guys' hospitality, you know, buying me lunch and buying me a drink and sharing your stuff, and you know, just greatness, you know, especially to you, Dave. You know, I appreciate you. I really appreciate it.
Gotcha.
So, but yeah, so that was my pros and cons experience, you know, and I can't wait for next year.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Fuck that Cali shit. You gotta keep it where it was.
Yeah.
I gotta honestly say that seemed like the most attendance that I've seen at one of these cons. I don't know because it was a smaller room, but any TFCon, it seemed like this is the central meeting point. It seems like it's a very big East Coast thing, not just for us, but it just seems in general.
Just in general, yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I was equating this to the great pilgrimage, like the Muslims take to Mecca. So you go to Mecca once a year. That's what this is, right?
Yeah.
Oh, man. I think pros for me were that I was just happy to meet people that didn't get to. I don't normally get to meet a lot in person, you know. So I mean, I see you guys in JCC, you know. But some people, it was nice to see some other people that I've never got to actually meet in person, you know. So, and of course, the con was my con was that I just wasn't available enough, unfortunately, because I had other shit going on. So, yeah, but shame on me. Next year, I'll make myself more available. So,
come on, man, you there? You made it. You saw us. You hung out. That's it, man.
I just had other stuff going on.
It's like with me. It's like I felt like I was hobnobbing here too much. I was doing that too much. I wasn't making enough rounds, but I walked a lot.
Yeah, but that's the nice thing with the Handy Party and the Rock Party is like we were able to get those people together, so you didn't have to go out finding.
If I didn't see you during the day, unless you bounced, I saw you that night.
That's right. Yeah, when I was in Chicago, I was all over that hotel, like you know, Larry and Justin
big,
Christian.
Right? It was too big.
Yeah, they were hanging out at one part of the bar, so I'd hang out with them. Then I go back up to the room. Then I go somewhere else.
It just seemed like in Chicago, it was like if you were in the convention hall and you said, "I'm gonna run this up to the room," you're like, "Fuck." 30 minutes later, you're back.
Yeah.
Here, the rooms didn't seem like they were too far away.
Yeah.
And the elevators was fast. Like you from the ground to like to the 12th floor, you was like a minute, not even. You know, it was the transport.
You know, we are nerd collectors when we complain about or talk about elevators.
Speed of the elevator.
So you go on the elevator, some fucking little kid that presses all the goddamn buttons, and you stop.
No, it just seemed like the elevator always stopped at every fucking floor. I remember I was on the elevator with these guys. And we stopped like 9 times. And when we got to the ground floor, I said, guys, you know what? I'm going back up again for another ride.
Real quick, guys, not to get sidetracked. I'm trying to keep up with the chat. They're pretty jumping tonight. But shout out to BZ Fresh. He says he orders R.O.C shot glasses, and he doesn't even drink. Shout out to you.
Nice. Shout out to cranberry juice.
They are nice. They are nice glasses. They look good.
The frosted with the black is really a nice touch.
It is. It's nice. So
really nice, man. Really nice. Remember, guys, you could get those shot glasses on realmofcollectors.com.
Speaking of mugs, look at that nice mug you got there, buddy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Looking good. Look at that.
What do you got in that mug?
Shout out to Uncle Skullface. I'm drinking some vodka mixed with some cherry lemonade.
Wow, cherry lemonade.
Cherry lemonade vodka.
Jesus.
Yes.
What'd you get there?
So it's this is basically what I brought to Bobby's last year for Skullfest stuff. So I don't know if you were able to sample what I had. This is a cherry lemonade vodka mixed with like an Arnold Palmer, so like a iced tea lemonade mix.
And I'm glad that you brought that up because we're gonna see some of us again next weekend. Let's go, Fest. It's not over.
The party's definitely not over. You know what? It's awesome that it actually turned out that these events are back to back, because the whole madness of TFCON, the whole 4 days, some of us 5 days, some of us 3 days, everybody that was there, and then like this whole thing going on this next weekend.
I am
it's kind of
my vacation.
So
my original vacation was week going into this, so I would have had to gone back to work on Monday. So it's like I got the whole still and do that. And I totally rock rolled you, Jose. And then you wanted me on. You wanted me on. This is what you're gonna get.
It's all good. I want all of you. Hey.
All right, so let's get back to this,
all right,
these pros and cons. So we're not here until 11.
Did everybody?
Yeah. I'll chime in here. Pros, of course, like everybody else says, meeting everybody, hanging out. The con to the hanging out part is like I don't feel like we all got to hang out enough. I wanted to sit down with like as many people as I could just to like fucking chill, dust.
I know we discussed that.
Yeah, we talked about that. I did get to sit down with Steele, which was cool. I went out for a cigarette at one point on Sunday, I believe, and he was just sitting alongside the secret balcony. He was just sitting inside there, and I'm like, "Yo, man, what's up?" So I sat down, talked to him for a good 20 minutes, half an hour, something like that.
Yeah. One thing with Brian,
that was cool.
Brian had that surgery on his back and his neck, and he just had a quadruple bypass a couple of months ago, so he needs to take it down a little bit here and there.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, he was just sitting there chilling out, whatever, and fucking sat down and talked to him for a while. Hung out with him. The other con would just be, I just didn't feel like there was enough time to fucking hang out with anybody. I didn't really get to talk to Todd or.
It goes fast.
Some of the other guys.
It goes quick.
It goes way too quick.
What I feel like I do a lot is, hey, man, what's going on, man? Yeah, I'm just about to do this. Yeah, man, I'll catch up with you later. No problem, blah, blah, blah. And I don't see the person again. I'm like, fuck.
Yep.
Yeah.
Fuck. So I just have to just stop, drop, and roll. Just stop, talk to the person for a while, and then move on,
Remember, we talked about that last year, though, in Chicago, where it was like just forget it. It's an impossibility. You're never going to be able to get to everybody. You're just not.
Definitely meeting everybody is like that was my highlights, and getting that drawing to Bobby, that was pretty awesome.
Yeah, that was fucking incredible.
Yeah. And dude, that artwork was my God.
That was cool, man. That was really cool.
I actually drew something for another buddy of mine for the con there. Shout out to Michael Denz. He wanted me to do, it was a sideswipe, Springer and Trailbreaker all together, like flicking off the camera or whatever. So I drew that for him.
Yes.
He took it. I did like IDW style artwork for it, and he took it to James Roberts, and James Roberts signed it for him.
Yes, I saw a picture floating around of that. That was nice.
Yeah, that was fucking rad.
Cool, man. That's really cool.
But,
nice. And hey, did Steele talk to you about coming down to Harrisburg?
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
All right, we'll talk about that.
Yeah, buddy.
More surprises. Oh boy.
That might be something like worth talking about. Like it's usually these big events that bring us all together, but I think we're probably at that point. We don't have to wait to do these things. Like for all of us to hook up, we could kind of do our own little meetups every now and again, every couple of months, if we ever feel the need to kind of get together, hang out. We're all, not everybody, obviously, but a lot of us are kind of relatively in the same area. So I think that would definitely be something.
And do it.
Yeah.
I talked about. Remember, I'm sorry, I did it again, didn't I? Yes, I did do it again, Jose. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. Go ahead, bro.
I said it's the microphone. It's very loud. I'm gonna put it back.
Yo, Jose, just let me know. I'll mute the guy.
Shut the fuck up. I don't know where you're gonna go, but you need to go. You don't have to. You can't stay here. You gotta go.
Keep going, dude. Like it's like you said, dude. Just we're all relatively close. All of us that are in the tri-state area, or even if it's a couple of hours drive for people, like we can hook up. hook up for a lunch, a dinner.
Yo,
just hang out with
somebody.
for the
is
evening.
25 minutes from me when we don't hook up.
Yeah.
I tell you, I'm that guy. But remember how I posted in the chat at one time about the Poconos that weekend, renting that big house for a weekend. It was like $600 for a weekend.
Yep.
Had like 8 bedrooms, a basement, all this shit. We all pack in some money. We all take a trip up, come up on a Friday. We spend the weekend. No convention to take our mind away from things. Bunch of goons in the house, drinking some beers, me cooking for everybody, and just chilling.
Oh yeah, I can make breakfast. Cook dinner, I'll make breakfast.
Yeah, I don't do breakfast. But something like that, and then everybody just meeting up in their areas. I mean, it doesn't have to be in the Poconos, but there's a lot of things up here, especially my way being in like this part of this state that has all these lake communities and lake houses, and we're in the woods, and I'm not saying camping with tents because that ain't happening, but
Poconos would be pretty dope though.
Yeah, it'd be kind of nice to spend the weekend out of the elements. We leave we leave the podcasting alone. We leave, I'm not saying we can't bring our phones and do shit like that, but
get some hookers and blow and
hookers and blow. Just everybody coming together and just being in that, like the R.O.C. real world. We would have to get cameras placed and do an R.O.C. real world. You know what I mean? Have like an interview room. Man, these farts are fucking killing me.
Oh my God! Don't even bring that up. What the hell were we doing? We were helping Chris with something. With the garage, we were bringing something to the truck and whatever, man. Dust, I'm sorry. It was silent, but fucking deadly. Yeah. All of us caught like an uppercut from fucking.
On Saturday, these guys said it smelled like raw meat. Or it was Sunday. No, it was Sunday because I think it was that pizza hand he was giving us, man.
Oh man,
man.
I think I remember telling you. I was like, dude, you need to bottle that shit up and sell it to the government as nerve gas, bro.
Dude, my gas is killer. And it's not nothing new. It's been like this for years, man. Like it's a WMD, man. It's a weapon of mass destruction. It's a WMD. Yeah. All right, let's get back to the pros and cons before we get it.
All right, well, I'll go next. My pros, I'm just gonna piggyback off of what you guys said, is hanging out with y'all. I kind of call it like a bachelor party with toys involved. Like that's how the vibe I get from it. Especially having fucking people in my room at 3 o'clock in the morning still drinking and laid up on my bed and fucking cookies and chips and Energon juice all over the place, and it was just dope. And walking the streets at 1 o'clock in the morning to get food because people, didn't eat yet, and then going to the secret location where we would go take a smoke break and have conversations out there. It was just, those were the pros for me. It was just that, getting out of the element, almost like getting out of the con. The rock party for sure, like that was like a huge pro, like seeing everybody talking to each other and shit. I would say the only con I have would be, I kind of like worked the con. I know Dom was like really in there working the con, but and JD was there helping him most of the time. But I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it again. I mean, it's cool being in there early, but you missed out on a lot when you're in there, like setting up, and you get tired too. Like that would be my only con. Like was wasting time doing that. I'd rather
all on Dom too. It's all on Dom. Fuck you, Dom.
Yeah, but you know what? I'm sure fucking.
I'll remember that when you guys came back in my booth and put shit up behind it.
Yeah, when we need a home base. Somebody wants to sit down or put their toys back there, grab a water. Yeah, we're
I should have rented out that back area.
we had a mini ROC lounge behind Dom's table. Thank you, Dom. Appreciate that.
Yeah, seriously.
Also, guys, a little side note here. Thank you very much for being the home base for our toy drive.
Yes,
I
no
think
problem.
we did pretty well with that.
Oh yes,
yeah.
We went over some numbers and whatnot last night on Into the Realm. So, and we're still accepting. What was it, to the end of the month? Or the end of October or something like that. I don't know. I forgot which one it was, but
we filled that bin on Sunday. It was pretty good.
Yeah.
Everyone was just
chipping in. Thank you to everyone that gave out. I know we were handing out flyers I know the first year when we were handing out business cards, we felt a little weird and awkward, but we did not feel awkward and weird this year handing out those those flyers out to everybody on the line, and we got a lot of good feedback from that. So.
Actually, that was it was another one of my regrets, actually, because since I actually lost my voice on Saturday and I was handing out flyers, I was trying to tell people about like this is hurricane relief. We're sending toys to hurricane-stricken areas, and my voice, was pretty much gone. So I'm handing them the flyer and I'm telling them all the information is there. I gave them a card, huge shout out and thank you to everybody that took a flyer and anybody that might have donated and dropped off a figure. Like, we truly thank you for that too. We're gonna try to make a lot of kids' holiday season a whole lot brighter, because of everything that's just going on with the natural disasters, these hurricanes, earthquakes. It's horrible, man.
Shout out to the weather dominator.
We're trying to do our small part, to make people's lives just a little bit better and happier for the holiday season. So thank you for everybody that contributes to that cause.
That lemonade got him right now. I can see it in Jose.
He's feeling.
I love you, man. I love you.
He's on that Arnold Palmer level right now. He's palming it up.
Make it a better place.
Nice.
You see how big this glass is, and I've already
gone up like 9 times. I'm going to fucking IKEA at 8:00 in the morning, so I got 7 beers from last night left over, and that's when I'm nursing tonight. I'm slow rolling tonight, man, but not you. You got to work in the morning?
No. This is a celebration, man. I wasn't gonna get any liquor, but I was like, you know what? Just for this wrap-up show, we're all discussing our experiences.
Tonight's gonna be a great night.
It was excellent, man. The whole weekend, just as a whole, and hearing all your guys' experiences. Like, remember, there were so many people. We were all separated. Like, we couldn't all chill. So to be able to hear everybody's different stories, because we weren't all there, like, that just enhances the experience.
What sucked was like, if we started congregating in front of a table, 2 would turn to 4, 4 would turn to 8, 8 would turn to 12. And then you got people on the table going, because we're blocking themselves. And it's like we had 2 home bases. We had Bobby on one side.
Bobby had a lounge
at his table with the SU lounge, and then we had the Agabus Dom area, because Dom was right across from Hanny's. A great spot.
Right behind him.
We hung out there a lot because Hanny had a good spot right on the corner, and you had that door with I forgot what their names with that CD.
Jim
and Emily.
They're active, and shout out to them.
Shout out to them.
So, it's kind of cool that we had those areas, but you didn't want to block someone's, bread and butter. When you get a group of cattle, you need to keep them rustle. You get to rustle them along. You know what I mean?
We'll block Dom instead.
So whenever I saw we started getting like building up a little bit, I'm like, come on, guys, let's just disperse and go that way. And Dust is telling me what to do again.
Dust, how about when you started?
I tell everybody what to do.
Dust, how about when you started screaming, "There's a cliff jumper over here, everybody!" And then they used realm, and then the whole con was like, realm?
Oh, man. That was fucking hilarious, dude. Every time somebody did that shit, you'd hear a bunch of people.
The best part was like when you were walking and you passed someone else that was wearing the shirt, you go, realm? And you keep going. You just keep going along.
Shit was so good, dude.
Man, if people didn't fucking see that shit and realize that this is a fucking movement, man, watch out. Wait for next year.
Bigger and bigger.
Awesome.
All right, we're gonna finish up with these pros and cons. And we're gonna keep bullshitting.
Yeah, I can go next.
We got hauls to do.
Spike, everybody that's watching the show right now live, hit that fucking like button, please. Everybody that's in the chat, if you haven't, hit the like button.
Palmer.
Smash it. Smash it.
Titty smash that like button.
Do it now.
Take those man boobs and just go booyah.
And remember, guys, the Brinkalizer posted a thread in the R.O.C. Facebook group. It's called the Almighty TFCON Almighty thread. So we're gonna do some screen share. Do you guys want to get into that?
We gotta finish the pros and cons first, there, Arnold.
Yeah, Arnold.
Hey, whoa!
Arnold.
Is there a mute? Is there a coup?
All right, I'm gonna shut up now. I'm gonna refill.
Dust is like, I'm the captain now.
Look. When I come back, this is gonna be full.
So for me, the obvious pro was the whole hanging out with everybody, but I really enjoyed. Kenny and I had like our own private stasis lock on the way down and on the way back, whereas because I don't get to hang out with him too often because he's up in Rhode Island and before that Indianapolis. So I don't think we used the radio either. We just talked the whole way down and the whole way back, and just hanging out with him for a few days was awesome. The con for me is that I had half as much time there as the rest of you guys did.
Hell yeah.
And that was it?
Nothing that hasn't been said already.
Okay, cool.
I guess like that I didn't have a budget being there.
Yeah.
Maybe that's a con for sure.
Yeah, of course. Like me, I was keeping the wallet tight too.
Mhm.
You know, so before I went down, I was cool. I had a bigger budget, and then shit went down with me, and of course the budget was lighter. I thought maybe the first time I could go to one of these things, and since I wasn't flying out and paying for airfare and whatnot, and the room was reasonable, I could ball it up a little bit, since I haven't been collecting in a while. But I kept it tight, so it's all good, man. I didn't really go there for the toys. I went there for the people.
I bought a shirt, and that's it.
Oh yeah, I bought a couple of shirts. So all right, who else needs pros and cons?
I'll do the pros and cons. I think it was just my pros were like the small things. Like I think like Dust calling me Bumblebee when he saw me drunk in behind the bar. That's definitely a pro.
Were you wearing the yellow shirt?
Yes, the yellow shirt.
Oh, of course,
yes.
that's why I called you Bumblebee.
Yeah, of course. Seeing JD drawing that drawing that he did for Bobby behind the table. He was working at it, finishing up, and just seeing him working on it, and just knowing that he was going to give it to Bobby and how much it meant to him. That was like a great pro to me, seeing him work hard on that drawing and everything that he was doing. All the help that you guys gave me and moving the shit in, JD, Dave, Jose setting up the table and everything like that. That was definitely a pro. Thanks, guys, for everything that you guys did.
No
all
problem.
like things like that, like the small things I thought that were like the smiles that kept coming and that were being put on my face, just seeing the interactions with other people, meeting people that we knew, that I seen here on the Hangout, and then also just seeing for the first time there at the con. So one of the cons I felt was the space. It was just so crowded in that room, like it was just elbow to elbow. It's a good thing, I guess you can say, but just the way they had everything laid out, they jam-packed certain vendors in areas than others, and I just feel like they could have optimized on that space in that room.
Yeah, Dom, I was talking to one of the coordinators, and they said that I think the original layout that they received for the room wasn't exactly what they expected, so they had to fit people in, and they actually said that they had to turn dealers away as well, that they usually had, due to all the BotCon dealer refugees, basically.
Yeah.
So maybe next year they should take a couple of thoughts and make a bigger venue and make it a really, let's take this home, and anything that we could do in the realm to help that happen.
And also too, I guess they said that they had more pre-registrations, for attendees than they ever had before.
It's that area. I'm telling you, man, that area.
Well, not only that, there was no BotCon either, right?
There's a lot of
BotCon,
Transformers. There's a lot of Transformer collectors in my area.
I mean, even Charlotte. Charlotte
all
had a
around
big
that
turnout.
line. Yeah, so.
Yeah, and I think Brian made that point. Like Brian made a good point. There was no BotCon this year, so people who are used to that convention every
There was
year.
an ASCON though.
Yeah, well.
Do they release registration numbers for TFCON? They ever go out publicly and say, "Here's how many people registered"?
No.
Not yet.
No, but they post all the pics
Easy there,
that they take during the.
Easy.
They'll post pics later, Chris. So you can count them all.
Oh, okay.
All the people that attended. There were 70 Realmers there, right? So
Now, Dom, I mean, you've done. Yeah, there was like easily 70 of us, right?
Yeah.
Dom, you've done shows and you've been selling for years.
Mm-hmm.
Now, how was the traffic?
It was good. It was good. I would put this weekend up there with one of the BotCon weekends I've had.
Nice. Oh wow, really?
Yeah.
To a BotCon weekend. Nice.
Yeah. So
awesome.
People came out. People were looking to spend money, and I think and it always at a third party convention, it's hard. It's definitely hard for like the mom and pop like kind of vendors like myself. But I know that I was talking to one of the dealers right next to us that was selling his collection. He was selling his whole collection, and he brought it out there. And
that guy was a joke.
I felt sorry for him because he like the same guys that came over in NJCC who just come in and clean house and find things cheap, and they really like cleaned him out because he was selling things for like nickels and dimes, and at the end of the day he felt like he got robbed and stuff like that, and he was talking to me about it, and I feel sorry for him, but like at the end of the day, you know, if you're really looking to sell your collection, that's how you have to do it. But I'm sure.
What happened? I'll just listen back later.
But no. Like he had a lot of
chat, Brian.
He had a lot of good stuff. He had like some old vintage, Prime toys, Chug toys, and
he undercut himself.
Yeah, all sealed. Okay. Yeah, all sealed stuff. Undercut himself really bad, and
it was the power of the force sale.
Yeah, pretty much. And
if he wants,
he didn't know. He didn't know, and he was kind of venting to me about it. But he was, you know, I've been there before and understand it. But you know, sometimes you don't know what things are worth, and you put a price on it, and it flies off the shelf, and you realize that, you know, you probably could have got another extra $5 or $10 out of it, but that's live and learn type of situation.
Yeah.
But I know after all, like I think, you know, the other con, like Dave said, I was working a lot of the time, so it's like, you know, it takes away from you know, more interactions. But I was happy that you guys stopped. A lot of you guys stopped behind my booth. I had conversations with every one of you guys when you stopped by behind the booth to take a rest or take a break, and you know, I appreciated that, and you know, all the love and just the communication and on what was going on in the convention, and you know, things that were happening that day or talking about what's going on that night and everything. I know it was a lot of fun.
I know I kept trying to come by. Hey, what's going on? How you doing?
Yep.
Going well, you know. So
and it was busy. Nonstop. Like I think I was saying when the dealer room opened at 9 o'clock to like at least 1 o'clock that day, I was nonstop. You know, customers coming up asking for this, asking for that, and you know, selling this and selling that. And you know, Henny came over to me at the end on Sunday and said, you know, I looked at me and said, you know, I know you had a good con because I saw a lot of people over at your table, and you know, and I did, and I appreciate all the love and all the family out there for the ROC and everything you guys done for me.
It's awesome, man. We love having you on board, bro.
It was a good thing that you were right adjacent to Tanny too, so it wasn't like we were like based right there. Like everybody was so close.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. It's like we're right there, yo.
And that was a spot for the weekend. That was a spot for the weekend.
You should have saw rent. You should have saw my smile. You should have saw my smile on my face when I came into the dealer room and they showed you where the table was, and I looked and I saw like Henny right there, and he just all his stuff is there, and I was like, yes, I'm right by him. You know, just at least I knew I would have company all day around, and you know, fun. All you guys just hanging out and enjoying the day and stuff like that.
Hey, Chuck in the chat says, Harrigan, how's the truth juice?
I'm answering him right now.
He's being very truthful. I'm going to tell you right now. All right, real quick. Who else has to go or wants to go?
I think that was the last one.
Is that it?
Yeah, I don't really have any cons. The pros, you know, I got to meet Sweaty 66 in person. That was pretty cool. We've chatted offline or online, I guess. And but yeah, it's just great meeting new people, hanging out, just the feeling of belonging and yeah, man, it's just good. As far as cons, you know, my expectations are pretty low for everything, so I don't really get disappointed. And I'm very patient. So, but they know what they say beware the wrath of the patient man.
You're a third-party collector.
That's right.
Indeed. Yeah. That's funny, dude.
I can just say that that exclusive line was there from 9 o'clock to 12 o'clock, man. That was
All right,
amazing.
I'm ready to get fired up about that fucking line, right? So, all right, here we go.
Go, Brian.
So I get in line for the con at 10 to 9. I'm like, all right, fine, I'm late, whatever. But I find the exclusive line, the one line at least, which is good. And I'm sitting there, and sometimes it goes by for 10 minutes, and we were in that line for 45 minutes, and it wasn't moving. And I'm starting to get loud. I'm talking to the guy next to me, giving him business cards, whatever, and he's trying to watch TV on his phone or something. And I'm like, look, man, let's chat, because I can't freaking stand. I hate standing in lines. And I'm looking over there, and the guy's swiping the guy's card over and over. And I'm like, you need 2 lines, one for cash, one for credit. I get up there, I tell him that, and he's like, but then it's not fair because the credit line moves slower. I was like, cash fucking rules everything around you. So I was like,
yo, that's
well,
a new
fuck
Brian
you and your slow ass credit card.
Cash rules everything, motherfucker.
But Brian, I was at. Hold on. I was at the beginning of the line, and I'm calling Brian. I'm like, Brian, come. And
Dude.
he's looking at me. He's like, I don't cheat. And I was like, fine. And 45 minutes later, I still see
the rum shirt on. I'm not cutting any lines. You know,
That's a lesson.
Gary was the same way, but I was like, Gary, just follow me everywhere you go. And he was like, okay, Dave. Every fucking line.
I'm gonna be honest. I cut that fucking MMC line. I did just slightly join you guys.
Yep.
Okay, what's up?
Yo, who's gonna say this? Nobody. We all got shirts.
Anybody that had an ROC shirt was getting into that con early. We were all exhibitors there.
It was Charlotte was similar also. We all got up there, we all ran up there, and everybody had debit, and it wasn't working. The reader wasn't working. The internet was bad. It was a total shit show.
Yeah,
so it seems like they didn't get their shit straight here either. So
shout out to Square.
And you couldn't get cash at the ATMs because the hotel didn't fill the ATMs right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Fucking idiots.
I don't know, man. I'm a cash carrier when I come to these cons. That's what I do.
I agree.
Cash when I'm spinning.
Man, you can wheel and deal.
Russ is making it rain.
Around,
I had to be careful. I mean, I took some cash with me, but it was basically for the intention of paying Brian after everything was over. And then I started spending. I'm like, damn, I can't spend too much. I got to make sure I can pay this guy after the show.
I know, Jose. You kept coming back to my table and putting the new thing underneath the table. I'm like, what are you doing?
I brought enough cash to hopefully take care of the hotel and what I was gonna buy. But Dom, you had some good shit on your table. I bought a lot of fucking Star Wars stuff at a Transformers show.
Did he hook you up, or was it full price?
No, I gave him a deal.
Yeah, he hooked me up.
Dom, we gotta talk about that shit, man.
Hey, you should go into halls now.
Yeah.
Hey, look at the Energon Addict stepping up and saying, "Hey, we should go into halls now."
Hey, talk about it.
Welcome to the first 4-hour ever hangout.
Shout out to Dust for being on vacation.
Yeah, I'm on vacation.
Shout out the Plastic Fanatics on frame. Here we go. Anyway.
So do we want to see what people got?
Yes,
we may do another one on Thursday. I don't know.
Let's screen share. Let's screen share.
All right, let me give this a shot.
This is a segment on the R.O.C. Hangout.
Wait.
From TFCON BC 2017.
While he's bringing that up, did you guys talk about tomorrow night's show on last night's show?
Did Chris talk to you?
He said he wasn't sure if he could make it, but I know you said you can make it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to do it.
Oh shit!
I don't want to do that shit live right now. I thought he said that. I told him. I hit him up and he said I can. I said, yeah, I gotta take care of shit at the new apartment, and then I have figure banging at 9:30. So
I'll figure it out.
We could next week.
Yeah.
Yo, Clutch, I'll be a consolation prize, bro. If you have me, I'll be a
Oh
consolation
man,
prize.
look at the Hork and DX.
Hork and
That's like a good fucking name for it. That's his new fucking nickname.
Yep. I'm gonna tell you right now, Chris.
Somebody take this from me right now, man.
You
Somebody
better put that shit in your co-wife.
You're in, you little slut. Go get it.
Chris, I'm doing IKEA in the morning, and I gotta wait for cable guy at the new place.
Yeah. No worries, and no nothing against Harrick and BX, but I want it to be a big thing because we're gonna do like a trivia showdown.
Are you telling me that
Horkin can't be on, huh?
Are you telling me our prize little slut isn't good enough for you? What the fuck is
I don't want to have one contestant.
Don't worry. I'll get there one day.
Chris, if you want it to be an ROC invasion, we will do an ROC invasion.
I will get ROC invasion, and there's gonna be prizes. Beast Wars
who's available tomorrow night? 7 o'clock.
Chris, I am a Beast Wars guy.
You guys are the ROC.
You guys don't know.
I might be.
Chris is in the chat. He's like, he's definitely in for next week.
All right, so 2 rounds then.
We can work that shit out after this.
And we shall.
Yes. You ready, Brian?
Yep. All right. So this is the Hall Mighty thread where people shared what they got.
Damn.
This was me. I did pretty well.
Damn, Brian.
Got some attire, the 2 exclusives, and a runtime error.
Shout out to Internet Explorer.
Shit, I thought that was my computer. Say goodbye to Brian.
Ooh, man.
Let's see.
Either one of those is a bad option.
89.
hey guys, this is the beauty of live streaming. You
2000.
never know what you're gonna get.
That's for damn.
You know why? Because you got Norton antivirus in your fucking computer. That's why. Oh my god. Who still uses antiviruses? It's called a firewall.
All right, show's over, folks.
And so we're talking about Wednesday night.
Yeah, back to that.
Wow.
All right, so you said you're going to have a trivia. So tell us what you're going to do on Stasis Lock tomorrow. Man.
Yeah, sure. We're waiting for Brian to wake back up. I'm doing a Beast Wars trivia challenge, preferably for not huge Beast Wars fans. So everyone else in the ROC. And
so Clutch, I no longer take offense because I am a Beast Wars guy. I probably answer every question right.
You can still be on it. If it sounds like we're going to be doing this 2 weeks in a row with a different cast each time.
Oh, Brian!
Brian's back.
All right. He fired up his Netscape.
That's right.
He's going to show his pictures with real audio player.
All right. You want to try this again?
Sorry.
You guys want to
was in the chat. He said, "Shout out to Netscape." Dude, you remember Netscape? When I first started doing that, Netscape was like the newest and biggest thing, and I think that was I think that was like '97 when I first started going online.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
All right, you want to try again?
Sure. One more time.
Sure.
All right.
He's got to fire up his modem.
All right, how's this?
Yes.
All right.
We see you.
Yeah, so this is me. Some of the stuff I really liked here was I got some of Bobby's art, and I got a Moz Toys signed by him.
Did you buy it at his table?
Yeah, I did. Absolutely. The prize possession here is this MPO1 wearing the Rock dog tag. That was a gift from Tron Viper.
That's cool.
Oh, nice.
Very cool.
Really cool, dude.
Shout out to
We
Dave.
spent a couple of minutes there at the show.
And and so actually, a good portion of this is an order that I had at Captured Prey, and they just brought it to the show and said I could pick it up there. So that was cool. And Dom, thanks for this, or excuse me, JD, thanks for this group, that trade.
Hell yeah.
That was cool.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, but I pretty much covered this yesterday. The Rock box, of course, is the centerpiece, which is nice.
Mm-hmm.
And this shirt from Dave, that's cool. friends and family. We move on to the next person. This is from Master P Ship Piece. He's got a rock box. What's that?
Where's all the empty bottles?
Oh man.
Oh,
You know what? You know what? Shout out to Brammer, man. He was getting twisted, but he was on his best behavior.
Yeah, he was. He said he was going to make a real effort to behave himself a bit this year. And
I feel bad that we, if he didn't have a good time because of that bullshit, but we don't want him to have that much of a good time. I brought an extra plain white T-shirt with me just to slap on his ass and say, "Get out of the room!" Somebody throw this on him and push him out.
Over him. And he was ready for anything.
You know what's
so funny, man.
You know what's crazy about Nick's Hall, right? Is Nick had to get on a plane with all this shit.
Yeah.
So that's some big ass boxes. So he probably looked funny in the airport with all this shit.
Well, last year he
looked
took
funny
everything
in the airport. Period.
Yeah, last year he took everything out of boxes, and he actually ended up leaving accessories in them by accident.
And he also had some parts break on his figures too when he was packing them last year.
But he's got a Leonidas here. I think that's a version 1. Couple rock boxes. BB7, another skiff. This looks to be signed by Bobby too, because he puts the signature right there. All 3 monster bots.
Nice.
This might be.
Looks like Megatron. Looks like
it looks like the
orange
bullshit Megatron.
Yeah,
the Cybertron.
one.
And he got
Chuck in the chat. He said Brammer shipped. He thinks.
Oh, okay.
Oh, nice.
And he got a Dragon Zord too, which is cool.
Yeah, he did.
Dragon Zord, yes.
Yeah, he was excited to brag about that motherfucker.
Easy there, Arnold. Somebody slap a white T-shirt on fucking Jose.
I'm packing.
Am I that off the hook tonight?
Nah, just look at you, bro.
You're right.
I love you guys. I love you. This is what I love.
And then here's, of course, Dust doing what he usually does here, posting the hall of basically the community.
Yeah, this is my hall right
Yes.
Beat me to it, motherfucker.
Look at them all. God damn.
That picture, and I agree with Chris. I think if we would have gotten like a top-down shot, that would have been awesome. But just to see that right there, that's what it's all about, guys. Community.
Where's me at the CVS at the coffee drops?
Oh shit! Yo, Bricks, I'll Photoshop you in, brother. Don't worry.
Yeah, that's what I said. Everybody that was there that couldn't gather around or wasn't available to get on this, we'll just Photoshop you in.
Like Catamus did to himself.
Yeah, we'll put Jisk in there.
Did he?
Yeah, he did.
He did.
Hey, I saw some Facebook messaging going on there. Hope it wasn't some information.
I mean, if Catamus was there, then
sorry guys, I got booted off, couldn't get back on. Gonna get a new PC to fix this. Hey, why don't you just hit that little X button that's right there?
There goes JD.
And then here's JD's haul.
JD, a lot of shit.
Some T-shirts. Got some
sexy ass fucking rock box right there. Look at that.
Two of them.
Got some unique toys. Yeah, Howling Waffles. Star Wars.
Victory Saber.
Howling Waffles.
Yeah.
Why did I think about that this morning when I did the video?
Some dishes. Cool, man.
Dishes.
And man, this Matrix, this was calling my name, but I think maybe next year I'll wait. And Star Saber too. Check that out.
Yep, it was the last one Hanny had.
Wow, Star Saber, really?
Yes, sir.
Oh wait, hold on. Before I go to that, this right here. This is JD's art that he did for Bobby.
Nice. Oh, that's awesome, man.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. Look at that piece right there. And you know what? Shout out to JD, because like when me and Dave saw that piece of art, we were like, "Yo, that shit is dope." He's like, "I haven't finished yet. I still got more work to do." We're like, "What?"
Yeah, he put
that
in all
was done, bro.
He put in all the toys that he broke.
Audio listeners, the picture is like Bobby in like a superhero pose with all the little figures that he either broke or reviewed or he
some
loves.
of his favorites.
Yeah.
And look at his mug. He's
got the hand.
His Lord of the Rings.
Yeah,
He's
the
got the
fucking
wine
mug.
flowing. He's got his wine flowing.
The story about the mug there, buddy. That's
It's just an awesome piece, man. Good for you, dude. Nice work.
That's awesome. That's awesome, brother.
Thanks.
All right.
That's cool.
See here. We have Mr. William Fong.
I'm gonna start posting in that group so we can see new shit.
Some Bobby blankets. Some looks like some of the Michael Kincaid art too. His stuff's kind of funny. It's like a crossover take with Transformers and other things. Like, so this is like 2 Predacons using Red Bull in the Red Bull logo and stuff like that. So that's pretty cool. DX9, Megatron, Huff.
Yeah, shout out to that
Megatron.
dude,
There was any
man.
other shot.
Oh, okay, cool.
What is
That
that
dude-
dude? Fungalonga Ding Dongs?
That dude had he had the hair of life, bro. His fucking mane was incredible.
Here's Raul.
Conditioner game strong.
Raul, the machine. You know what? Shout out to Russ, man. Fucking, you know what? Ian won the raffle on the first day. Tyler F won the raffle on the second day. Russ fucking asked Raul. He was like, "How did it feel to taste defeat for the first time?" I thought that was hilarious.
You're lucky, Russ. Russ, you're lucky fucking Raul didn't backslap you.
I know, right? I was asking for it, believe me.
He was a quiet dude, but I could see him blacking out.
He just shook his head like, fuck off.
And then Tyler wins after winning half the prizes at NJCC.
Yeah.
So it looks like
shout out to
Raul.
Raul. Look at his hole, man. That shit
Dude,
is awesome.
this is one of Bobby's woven blankets in here, man. This is really nice.
Yeah, they sold quick. He said
Yeah.
the woven blankets sold quick.
Yep. I even saw some
you bunch of
R.O.C. guys.
snuggy motherfuckers hanging out, chilling out. He should do some snuggies. Skullface snuggies.
As long as it's got the ass flap, that's I'm sold.
Snuggy Saturdays.
Mhm.
So it looks like you got that Megatron too, that Spartacus, the Spark Toys.
Yeah, Spark Toys.
Cesium, I'm thinking I should have got one. I don't know. It's glorious fight. All right.
Fine. Oh, look at that. Yo, sup? Thank you.
There's Snarlex. Looks like he had a good weekend. E-Prime. E-Prime has empty.
I like the way Brian didn't set her up on the dildos.
Yo, Eric, I couldn't understand, but you know what, dude? I sent you your rock box, and I think you got that today, so you didn't walk away completely.
Yeah, I think he just posted it up.
All right, sweet.
How did you mail that? Did you just mail it in the box, tape it, and just put the address on it?
No, Dust. I had a box that rock box fit into perfectly when I got home. I was like, thank God, and I just shipped it out right away.
I think what I'm gonna have to do for the two I gotta say, I'm just gonna tape it, flip it over, throw a fucking priority sticker on it.
Turn it inside out, Dust? Can you turn the box? Can you fold the box inside out?
Nah, I ain't gonna fuck with the rock box. I don't want to touch it.
Okay.
Yo, Jose, that's some handy shipping.
I think I got some Christmas wrap in the fucking
same day shipping, bro.
In the closets. I could just wrap it some Christmas wrap and just be that dude in fucking October sending out Christmas gifts.
Shit.
Here's Russ's ball.
Russ, you like that, huh?
That's what I got, man. That's it. Yeah. And you know, I end up going with the unheroic.
You're all about that heroic guy, though.
Yeah, I know I was. And I don't know, man. He appealed to me. I liked him.
Oh boy.
Pinkerton in the chat said that's what he did. Taped him shut and slapped the label on him.
Yep.
But guess what, motherfuckers? That's what you're getting.
Alex, who we met at the con, who's actually on the West Coast, he shipped his stuff, but he wrote what he got in here. He had the FTX grinder, which I guess is the silver one, I think. Planet X. This is the Starscream. Maybe it's the clear one. I'm not sure.
It is. This time this is.
Okay. Neptune, which is a Dinobot. And he also got the Spark Toys Megatron, I love how you called it a beer stein.
The Bierstein.
And then he got also some. This he probably got from the Unicron guy at Hanny's booth.
Yeah, he's a cool dude, man.
Yeah,
Really cool.
Yeah,
dude.
he is.
He was part of team. He was part of Team Agabus that night.
He was passed out on the chair.
Yeah.
And then here's James Jordan.
Nice.
So he said this is a combination of him and Lance.
Yo, boom.
That was the dude that had the He-Man T-shirt on at Hanny's party, right?
It was a Beast War.
Shout out to that fucking T-shirt. That shit was fucking crazy.
The story with that dude Jimmy, was like, I'm like, yeah, man, what's going on? He's like, yo, I'm the dude that bought your Superfire convoy. I was like, oh shit, what's up, man?
Like, isn't that like another thing? Like when you meet people, you got to be like, yo, what's your name? What's your IG name?
Oh,
that's how I know you by. You know,
it's gotta be IG or it's gotta be Facebook names or monikers and. I know you. What do you do? Are you on a show? Are you on this? Do you do that? And I'm terrible at names, so.
Yep. And it looks like so they have fun figure banging in their room for sure.
Yeah.
I see Thunder. Eric.
He's got Primal as well.
Brian, I'm popping in the chat here. Chris shipped out 15 rock boxes.
Wow.
15.
Shout out to Pinkerton.
So much for a fucking convention exclusive.
We should put them up for sale later.
You know what amazes me is that the cat is in Gary's fucking camera and it looks dope. But also that how many people after the fact, after they saw what was in it, was like, can I get one of the ring left? Can I get the bandana? Can I get no? You should have trusted us. R.O.C. is a brand you could trust. Just trust us. We got you. Get that pre-order in.
And here's Todd.
Trust and dust.
Todd got some exclusives. Alley Meteor. And did they call this courageous at the show too? Rally courageous?
I call people courageous that bought it.
Whitey Ford.
I wasn't feeling it, dude. I was like, oh. Too plain for me.
You know. Normally, when we do these or they do these exclusives, it's a character.
Yeah.
That recolor isn't a character. The recolor is a recolor of a vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this vehicle was used in the rally race in 1973. And get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
What episode was it in?
Yep. And Todd also picked up a skull face mouse pad.
Look at that mouse.
Check out this mouse, man.
Wow.
Look at this crazy fucking thing.
That shit looks like it transforms.
I know, right?
He's on some Matthew Broderick shit. Do you want to play a game? This fucking drop shot motherfuckers on Call of Duty.
And then here's Frank Harvey.
Shout out to Frank.
He got one of Bobby's big prints.
Nice.
God, look at this blanket, man. This stuff. What a great idea.
Yeah.
He got Huff 2.0. And I believe he got this from Gary. Gary picked this up for him.
Short-lived.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, it was we talked about the exclusive line already, and I figured I was there, so I figured someone in the realm would want it. So
you know what? Wait a minute, but we need to stop and shout out Gary for this, bro.
Yeah.
You picked up extra exclusives, not for yourself, but for people that weren't gonna be there in time to get them.
Yeah.
And you didn't know who wanted what, so you blindly bought exclusives.
Yep, I did the same thing for Mark 44 Prime. He wasn't able to get in there early, and and it was just like, hey, let's get it. If he want it, you know what I'm saying? Let's hook him up. Not scalping, not charging.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Just
I have
hooking
to
up
say right now, guys.
fam,
All shit aside, that's fucking incredible. And you guys, fucking
It is.
Gary, Jose, just the thought that went into that, like, hey, maybe one of the other guys would want this that's not here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that's fucking incredible.
That is cool.
We actually all did that. Cybertron Warriors couldn't make it on time because he got stuck with his kid, and that's all he came for was the exclusives. And I picked up 2 for him as well.
Yeah, I mean,
So
and it's not
all
saying
about
like
that.
it's not saying like not hooking someone up, but if you don't even have someone on a list, you're just blind bagging it and just saying, fuck it. And that's not saying I'm not stealing any of you guys' thunder right now, because it's a fucking great thing.
It is.
But you know,
Yeah, I've been,
honestly, that's fucking incredible.
Yeah, I've been doing that online actually. JD, I hooked him up with a Rex. Like I don't need to, right?
Exactly.
Rex and
I picked up
effects.
2 RCs that I didn't need, but
Same
one
with
went
me.
to Adam, and the other one went to the Forge Circuit.
There was a lot of
Oh,
people
definitely.
looking for those RCs yesterday on
Yeah.
that convention too.
Yep. Yeah, I could have sold those for a mint, but nope. Just
Yeah.
cost.
Toy
push
Dojo
button.
had one of those RCs for sale there.
Yep.
Yeah, it's
And I picked up an extra of the Calidus, the purple one, and I'm getting that to Yule to Skullfest. So
Yeah, man.
you missed out.
That's awesome, man. Gary, I know you got something to say, like, you know, considering, like, you know, what
I was
everybody
gonna
else did.
Yeah,
It's hooking up the realm, man.
It is. That's just all it is, you know. And seeing how the realm keeps growing, it's like, look, that's the spirit of what this was about. Was just helping each other out.
Yep.
It's good karma, you
Yep.
know. And if you
And
have the
if-
opportunity to do it, you know what I mean, then great. And if
Yep.
you can't, that's not a big deal either. I just kind of look at it like sooner or later, it all comes back around.
Well, it's
And,
like when we went to ToyCon,
Yep.
you picked up all those extra
Fort Maxes.
shit from Ollie's, the Fort Maxes from Ollie's,
Yeah, Ollie's.
without knowing anybody would want them.
Yep. You know, so it's good karma, man. I love that, like, about this group. That's another plus about the R.O.C. You know what I'm saying? It's fam. Once again, family.
Yep. And this here's Lucas. He was a pretty cool guy. If you guys got to meet him, he was a big guy, big tall guy.
Yeah.
Nice tall right there.
This print, man, I wish I had taken a better walk down Artist Alley. I would have picked this up. That looks great. It's the Decepticons as the usual suspects
Yep.
lineup. That's
Nice.
awesome. But he's got some stuff here. I might need some help, but I definitely see RID. I see the 2 Maz toys, the 2 exclusives, Galaxy Meteor, and some chugs in here. I don't know what these are. They look like Micromasters or something like that. Let's see. Moving along. More.
Real quick, while you're waiting for the next one, I want to shout out Deluxe because I got a couple of my figures from him, and then Dom.
Oh, no problem, JD.
And
Hail Hasbro.
Hail Hasbro. Hey there, everybody.
Damn, that's a nice hole, Chuck.
And this is Chuck.
See you again.
Damn,
Balling,
Chuck.
man.
Shout out to Dirty.
Damn, Chuck.
Good grief, man. So, yeah, he said his wallet got KO'd.
Yeah.
He got the,
Fucking clock.
yeah, man. Yeah.
Got the oversized. Are those the oversized combiner wars?
Yeah,
Yep.
the oversized Final
He
Wars.
broke them all.
He broke them all.
There's the open and play Megatron, the Rock Box, Energon Cubes, Toy Detox, print, maybe shirt. He's got the
Overlord.
is this the perfect effect thing for the
Upgrade
Master
kit,
Prime?
Mhm.
The KFC upgrade for Star Saber. Man, look at this. This is not
Striker Madness.
Planet X thing in here, I think. Galaxy Meteor, Halley. Damn, Chuck.
Yeah, he went all out.
Yeah, man. This cesium he has here. So me and Mark 44 Prime, we did like a blood pact at the end, and we each bought a pretty large purchase for our last purchase.
Brian, that was awesome. I gotta just say, I kind of just naturally saw you guys over there, and it was almost like you're at a retail store and they were telling you to make your final purchases for the night.
Yep.
And three of you guys, your arms were full of stuff.
Yep. Because Mark reported he wants that Monster Bot, and I'm like, man, I really want that Prime. Maybe I'll wait. He's like, well, I want that thing next to it. If you buy yours, I'll buy mine. I'm buying a cesium then.
Shout out to the enablers.
Yep.
That's what it was.
Realm of enablers. Realm.
So here's Brendan. So Brendan, I met once at Baltimore Comic-Con last year. He's in the groups, and he's going through a cycle of going through.
Yeah.
Am I chugging? Am I emptying? I don't know. He goes back and forth, but he actually got a Planet X Moors, which is Starscream, and got it signed by Deluxe.
No, that's great.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah,
So
shout
you
out
got-
to B-Dub. I love that kid, man.
Yeah,
Me and him chopped it up, and we usually chop it up on IG too. He's a good guy.
cool. This is he got a Shattercast shirt, a DJD print from Bobby, and some reformatted stuff. He's got some stuff here that like this is Voss, right?
Yeah, Voss
That
was
was
hard,
probably
yeah.
hard to find. Yeah, so look good
Voss
for
is a
him
boss.
scoring that. Yeah.
You got Trash Talk and Cogwheel.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, that swerve is great. And what's under here? Can anybody make this out?
Is that
Looks
a Soundwave? A Legend
We all
Soundwave?
leaned in.
Oh, the Titans Return Soundwave, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Legends one. Gotcha.
Shout out to Soundwave. Robert D showed me he got gifted with like a Soundwave figure that was totally a piece of shit. I don't remember the company. I don't remember who gave it to him, but he showed it to me and it was like, oh, this is bad. I'm sorry, man. You can't give it away. I'm sorry.
I think this.
All right, so here is Anthony Proctor, some Bobby art, the Meteor Twins again. We got
Yeah.
Rockbox.
Yep.
Looks like he got Ravage.
Mhm.
The
Shout out to
Icon
Rockbox.
or remix. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
He got the
Val.
Iron Factory Starscream and
The mini Guerreros.
Mini Guerreros.
Yeah.
Oh shit! I almost picked those up, man. I gotta go over here. Shout out to the Jackal Squad. That was my birthday gift. I was like, man, do I want these? I
I'm
don't know if
getting
I want to spend $50.
Hanny will have them next week, but the only place that had them at TFCon was, you know, Adam.
Yeah, shout out to
Shout out to 5%.
you know what? So I'll get them from Handy. I'll get them from Handy then. Shout out to
There was a
Agabus.com.
few things that I wanted to, but there was part of the 5% nation I wasn't doing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Ooh, bad. Someone went on a bag cube kick.
Look
Yeah,
at this
this is,
guy.
Joe got a couple prints. Looks like these are from a Damon Bat.
Nice
Who
one,
made
man.
that? Is this a figure or
Is that Despotron or
That's
Mitron?
DX9, isn't
That's DX9's.
the Mitron?
it? The Mitron, yeah.
Sphinx, Grump, Speed Bump, Sun Surge.
Sphincter.
Dude, he later on in here he says he went out to do something with his wife or whatever, came back and his dog came back and like chewed up his boxes. He said, but the prints are okay.
Oh.
It's messed up.
You know what? Cats don't do that. Just saying. They just chew on wires.
This
And
is
how many we got these, man? How many we got here?
Brad Williams. He picked up that CD from Jim and Emily. A Bobby Skullface mug, Part A of Fans Toys, mouse pad. Let's see. I think we're getting close to the end. Maybe we'll see. This is Brandon Smith. Do you guys remember meeting him? I tell you, that's not his profile pic, so I don't think. But he got some cool stuff in here. I can't remember if it was all from the con or not, but this is definitely that custom, right? That from the custom class, I think.
Yeah.
And of course, he got a rock box. Hurricane BX took an actual video of his. This is a screenshot. I thought what was really great about this one, he laid out everything in the rock box, pardon me. And also, you see his hauls.
What I thought was great that he used the Cobra Law Records track in his video.
Yep. That was good. And,
Saw that today.
Non-Cobra Law fucking fans.
and he's using his
You
rock.
know what? I thought that was a pretty fire track from Nate, and I was actually listening to the video while I was off yesterday to that track, and I was like, "Damn, this shit!" It was hitting me, and it kind of gave me the inspiration to kind of lay all that stuff out. So
Nice.
I hope everybody enjoyed it. And Brink, shout out to you. I didn't get to take a picture of my haul like while I was setting up that video, and he actually set up the screenshot and took it for me. I posted it later without seeing that, and he was like, "I got you, brother." And I was like, "Oh man, you're the man, brother." So
And
shout out to the analyzer.
Shout out to Arnold Palmer. You almost done again. You gonna go for another refill, bro?
No. Well, not on the live show. Maybe one more on the broadcast.
Water if you get work in the morning.
I do.
Here's Johnny Yost. He picked up a Tarn. He couldn't stay long, but I was happy to at least meet him since he's in the chat.
Good dude, man.
Sweet.
He had some car trouble, so that cut his trip
Yeah.
short.
We actually went up to the room, and at 11:30, I picked up his rock box, him and his girl, and we had some drinks.
Nice.
This is Slade Germain, who I met a couple times on the dealer floor. He got a lot of good stuff too.
Yeah.
Check out these world's smallest Dinobots. These are pretty cool. It's like a G1 Omega. Can't quite make that one out, but pretty cool. These stuffed Prime. That's cute.
Plush.
And looks like you got all of the Maz toys.
Sweet.
Things. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Some Iron Factory stuff in there. Oh, dude, TF Source had Bridgewatch for $20. I totally slept on that. Fucking pissed me off.
For real?
Seriously?
Wow. I would have picked that up. I would have picked that up easy. Damn.
Here is Daniel Williams. Scully Predacons. Some wares, some t-shirts and polo. Nice. And he got a Garrotron too. I think this was the one that was in the only one in the dealer room, from what I understand.
He's got a rescue bot too.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
shout out the rescue bots.
Yep, and the MMC exclusive Tarn. Oh, and this is great too. So this is Jason L's nephew. And supposedly Gort and Yule helped chip in to get him some stuff for this epic haul here, which is pretty cool.
Look at this. What kid at that age has a haul like that?
It was his birthday, wasn't it?
Was it?
Yeah, I thought
got a Ryan?
Jason said it was his birthday.
Dude, he's got a Ryan.
Wow.
Oh man, that's a pretty awesome haul, man. And it's awesome, bringing new fans while they're young into this hobby, introducing them to Transformers. He loved everything that was going on that weekend. So,
wow, man, I can't even.
Yeah, I gotta send that little dude a couple of chugs that I said I had it here from.
Transportation.
Where's my free chug figures? I'm like, dude, I gotta send it to you.
Uncle Dust.
Relax, I'll get to
it. All right, so Eric Burgess, he got some things. So he got part A of Omega Supreme. He got a Triptychon, Grapple, some comics. Nice.
Some Joes.
That's a good one there too. Some G.I. Joes and some Titan Master dudes. Excellent. So is repro labels. Very nice.
And he got some jazz. He got jazz.
You got let
down.
Cool. And some cubes.
Beat down.
This guy Andy. This
that
is
was
pretty
a cool shot.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
That's excellent.
Oh,
you got
nice.
the two guys to sign it. And I guess he has it displayed with his G1 toys. It's pretty cool.
That's awesome.
And here's Yule.
Shout out to messing with things on air.
Yule got the rock box.
It's not me.
And
hand check.
Some t-shirts. Sweet. So he's got his rock t-shirt, Blackout.
That's a good guess.
Wow, you got the whole thing there, man.
Yeah, man.
Shout out to you, man. Preston Slabs.
It's got a t-shirt for every day of the week because it takes a day to listen to all these damn shows for each one.
Wow, this is a lot of shit.
Yeah, we got Antoine. Antoine got a rock pack from us.
Woo! Shout out to Antoine.
Got the Hot Soldiers, Soundwave, and Bridgewatcher.
$20 Bridgewatcher.
Dude, they were really selling that for $20. I can't believe I fucking missed that. Shit. Damn.
You got Jason Bren here with a pretty nice.
Damn!
Wow, Baldwin dropped.
He got all the freaking dinos from
Fans
Fans
coin
Toys.
banks?
Looks like
Fans
he's got
Project.
5% of the show.
Yeah. This is a lot of the Mike Kincaid art and t-shirt stuff.
That's
here.
the one shirt I wanted to get from him. The one with the missile.
Reflectogram was nice. It's a cool one.
I'll get it eventually.
He got two exclusives of each one. Two of each.
When they're one apiece.
We got Jim here. Got some Iron Factory stuff. This was Jim from the guys doing the music. Where we're just cramming their table the whole time. You got a Matrix and 2 exclusives too, which is cool.
Yeah, shout out to those guys. They actually joined the group, I think, over this past weekend. They posted their hauls. They said who they were. They said they really enjoyed what we were doing during our giveaway. So just shows, guys, again, are we doing it wrong? Hopefully not.
And he also went Realm a couple times while I was talking.
Actually want to pick up their CD. They said they were selling, I think, a CD. So I'm actually interested in checking that out. So I'm going to hit them up later for that.
Yeah, I got all their info right here.
All right, sweet.
I talked to them for a little bit. I guess they work with some of the guys from KMFDM. Jesus Christ. So anyway.
Yep. And we got TF Jeff Hernandez got a few things. Looks like some older G1 stuff, some art signed. And this thing, did you guys ever have this as a kid? I had this. King Dam 3-in-1.
Yeah, I had that.
Yeah, man, this thing's wild. This is like old Diaclone stuff, like that rebooted Diaclone. I forget the name of it now, but that Takar's doing is based off of this. Let's see. I think we're getting really close to the end here. All right, we got Phil. With DX9, what do you call it? Dust tryptophan? Powerglide?
Yeah, that's what he calls it.
Robitussin.
Some body art here. Rock box. Looks like a G1 Menosaur in a bag. That's what that looks like. Cool. And a
Nitro Zeus.
Is that what that is? Anna got herself.
Ugh.
Anna got herself a Starscream.
The titanium one.
Hey, she likes that Starscream life.
That's a good paperweight there.
And
nice.
This is Michael Price. This is the guy that's helping us, I think, ship the Toys for Tots stuff. I met him. He's pretty cool. He's a prime collector. So by default, he's cool. So he got the, what is this, the Jin Bao something or other, oversized Classics Prime.
That's a heavy figure, dude.
Yeah.
You got that, right?
It was nice. I was tempted. You got it, Brian? Oh, dude.
I did. I forgot to put it in my pick. Yeah. This is the only thing I've opened so far, actually.
You're going to have to ship that to me. Let me mess with it a little bit. I'll ship it back to you. You know what I'm saying? I was so tempted. I just didn't want to fucking pay that $70. Like, fuck.
For some reason, I think, did he get this from Kenny?
We're still doing these hauls?
Yeah, Henny actually did have a loose Power Master Prime.
Stop buying shit. How many more we got?
Well, look
We'll
at
go
this.
faster if we didn't get talk over a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody shut the fuck up. We'll go through this.
So this is David Becker's haul. This is really nice. He got the oversized Aerobots too.
Great. Next.
G1 Ultra Magnus.
That might be mine.
You were selling a G1 Ultra Magnus, Tom?
Yeah.
Easy, Dust. Easy.
I need one.
Next.
That is rock bottom. Here's Dust sleeping.
Next.
I'm never drinking again.
That's Dan, not Dust.
Yeah.
Shout out to the realm, though.
Sink in the bar.
Last one, Dust. So this is Justin C. He got himself a Torville Constructor. I didn't see any of these on the floor, so he must have got one of the very, one of the limited.
Is that the box set? That's the box set, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, the Rock Box. He's got a Super Nintendo NES.
Son of a bitch.
He went out early.
You didn't get that from Dom.
Nope.
Dom would have had that shit on the table for $350 easy.
Yes. My kids got to eat.
The capitalism.
And he got a giant print from Bobby. I looked at this for like 5 minutes. I was really
that's a nice one.
this. Dude, this looks great. And a monster bot. And looks like he's building an Omega too. So Christian Justin is a is a chug collector, so I guess he likes his big bots to be really, really big. But that is the end. Almighty thread from TF.
A lot of money spent. A lot of money spent.
Lots of money spent. Lots of good memories made. And thank you to everybody that posted in that thread. Awesome to see all your hauls from the weekend. So.
Yawning and stretching and yawning. And...
do you guys want to start wrapping up the live portion of the show? Of course, we could always continue on broadcast every week. Shout out to Dust Mites for being on vacation. I hope you guys all enjoyed this extended edition of the R.O.C. Hangout. Almost 3 hours, just like we got from Enter the Realm last night. I think we went 2 hours.
We went late last night, right? Hey, speaking of that, if nothing's going on, and I'm trying to move into the new place, and shit's all settled, maybe we could do something Thursday, and if not Friday, we're going to maybe a beers and bullshit.
Beers and bullshit.
You guys up for a beers and bullshit Thursday?
Beers and bullshit.
Maybe we'll do it. I don't know. I don't know if Nerd Out is doing their show. We could do it after theirs at 9 because they usually run to about 9. So.
All right, so I'll be around if you guys want to do that. So
yeah, write it now. I don't want to set anything in stone because I got to see what's going on with me and this bullshit. But yeah, definitely, man. I'm definitely down because the weekend we can't do nothing because we got Skullfest.
And Dusty, you have to transform all your figures this week.
What's that?
Box. Don't you have to transform all your figures this week?
No. I got a month to move out, man. I ain't gonna do that shit when I move my collection. I'm going right down the road. It's like 10 feet. I'm putting everything in the
transform as furniture.
I'm taking all my shit, put it into fucking bins with towels, and just lay everything out right in there the way it is. And then when I get there, it's gonna go right back up. And tomorrow's DTOF Wednesday, by the way. Shout out to DTOF Wednesday.
Nice.
Congratulations.
Going to IKEA with Hans. Problem is they're sold out of Kalex. No. That's kind of tough because I want to get everything in one final swoop. Swoop life. And I even looked at the walnut, and I was like, yeah, I could do that too. It's sold out. Paramistor sold out. Elizabeth sold out. And then I'm heading down towards Maryland, and Chris is like, yo, just check out my stores. If they got it, I'll pick it up. They're sold out on those colors too. It seems like the only color they have is white, and I'm not settling on the white. So
you look at spray painted. What about the one in red?
Yeah. What's that?
You try the one in Red Hook?
Brooklyn? I'm not trying to fucking Brooklyn. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out. I'm going to Brooklyn for a fucking $40 fucking shelf.
Dust, did you look at South Philly on your way down to Maryland?
Yes, I tried South Philly also. Anything that's going down to that area. So I guess I'm just going to go with the Besta. And I'm forced to buy another DTOF. No, that's the worst thing in the world, isn't it?
Oh, shucks.
So we'll see what happens. So tomorrow's DTOF Wednesday.
That's what we can show up, everybody watching and listening. You want to run down the chat for us, please?
Oh, it's my segment again. All right.
This is the segment where I spend time talking in the chat.
All right.
By the way, thank you for having my back tonight. You know what I'm saying? It's usually me trying to keep track of all that.
Dude, you're in Dust Mites mode tonight. It's awesome. I love it.
Yeah. Thank you. Dude, you got to handle Dust tonight. So
yeah, man.
Yeah, cool. I'm helping you out. All right. So here we go. Everyone,
do that show.
Yeah, everyone, thanks for being in the chat, man. I see you guys talking about all kinds of shit in here. It's awesome. So here we go. We had chat winging them. We had Larry Leslie, Ed F, EE Prime, Charles is in there, Ralph L, Beezy Fresh, Anthony B, Raul. Raul said he also got a cold as part of his haul.
Oh,
but hey, I just want to shout out. You see these little things, people? Little mini hand sanitizers. These are in my pocket at every convention I go to.
Saver.
So, just clean those hands every once in a while and stave off those stinky fatty germs. All right. MP Collector was in there. Sportimus, Antoine, Agent H, and who jumped on the panel as well. We had Mark 44, Prime, Primacon, Dull Car Toys and Stuff, Jedi Mindset, Extra Zero, Sunday Heat. We had the Forgotten Path, also known as Lance. Brendan was in there, Jita, Eric B, Chuck, Kenny Prime, Pinkerton, Catch 26, Tyler L. We had Frank, Gabe, and Trans 5 as well.
Oh, sweet. Well, guys, thanks for everybody that popped into the chat tonight. Once again, like I said at the top of the show, you know what? TFCon weekend is over, but I do got some goodies from the weekend left over, and we plan to give that stuff away in a giveaway in the foreseeable future. We just got to work out all the details. We're going to let you guys know what that's all about on a future podcast. So please tune in and find out what that's all about. So on the panel, say our goodbyes. So Brian, once again, you're up.
Goodbye. Good night. Dude, I don't think we're able to catch up on sleep this week. This is not going to be good. But anyway, Brian Pink in the Facebook group, Sprinkleizer on Instagram.
All right. Next up, Clutch. Bricks on.
It's after 10 o'clock. Your internet is going on.
What's up? I'm Clutch. Check out Stasis Lock every Wednesday night, and hopefully there are 2 tomorrow and next week. There's both like a R.O.C. Beast Wars Trivia Invasion, and it'll be a lot of fun if I can pull it off. And breaking news, me and Ironclaw are going to do a Lego-themed podcast for the R.O.C. at the request of one Bobby Skullface.
Nice.
Shout out to the blockheads.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. One more show for you guys not to watch.
Bricks, hit up Paul C.
I will.
Bricks, hit up Paul in the group, Chicago Paul. He's a brickhead himself.
Thanks for popping on, man, and thank you because you were a lifesaver for me. I lost my voice. He headed out to CVS and picked me up a bag of Halls, so I really appreciate that, brother.
He brought you something to suck on?
No. All right, next up. Energon Addict.
Yo, thanks for everybody watching. I'll see you guys here next week. You know where to find me. Energon Addict on Instagram.
You bringing the Henny? You bringing that Henny?
Big Dom.
Hey, Dave, you bringing the Henny?
Dave, you bringing the
I'm bringing a slap for the back of your fucking neck.
Dave trying to cut up if you can't hear me.
Yeah, there.
Listen, you guys want to wrap up? I'm trying to wrap up. That's all. Bringing the Henny.
Thanks, guys, for having me on. You can find me at Dominic Ross on Facebook, and here with you guys on Tuesday nights and in my bed in about 15 minutes.
No after party for Dom.
Tired as shit.
All right. Is Agent H still with us? I don't know. Is he?
I'm still here. Yeah. But, oh, shoot, my camera's off. Here I am. Oh, there we go. Boom.
That's great.
Bunch of fucked up motherfuckers tonight.
Yeah, I'm out.
Done. Tell us where you're at, brother. Tell us where you're
If
at.
it wasn't Detail Wednesday tomorrow, I'd be right with you.
You can find me on Facebook and Instagram, and you can also find me on the R.O.C. group. And I'm gonna be with y'all fuckers in 3.5 days in the Skull Fest, baby. Looking forward to
it. 3 hours is definitely not the way to go for this group.
It's a special occasion, bro. It's a special occasion. Everybody's getting right now.
Everything was falling tonight.
hitting that wall.
Out the coffee.
All right, JD. You're up, brother. JD.
You can find me in my backyard taking a piss for like 10 minutes here. But yeah, JD Burgess on the Facebook groups and Pigment Surgery on Instagram. And here on Tuesdays and every other Wednesday on Figure Banging.
I think we're doing one tomorrow. Fuck.
Tomorrow, I think.
Yep.
I think this is a figure banging. Ooh, yeah, co-host of figure banging.
It's yep. Tomorrow
better
should
be
be
something
another.
good tomorrow.
Yep.
Tune in tomorrow, guys.
Open play fucking
Tune in
Galvatron.
tomorrow. I tried to pawn that shit off to fucking Ace. I was like, yo, you want to review this with a joke? And he was like,
nah, it's a piece of shit.
All right. So, Dust Mites.
Yo. Yeah, we want to end this. Yay, Dust Mites at Dust Mites on Instagram for you guys. Eddie Dust Mites in the Facebook groups. Shout out to the Tinder. Swipe right all day, every day. We're gonna have a new segment on the show called Tinder with Dust coming up soon. But thanks, guys, man. Had a good time tonight. A lot of things going on this week. We got figure banging, something on Thursday, Skull Fest on the weekend. Let's just keep this vibe going. Let's get this community feeler out there, and hopefully new members will catch the feels and the buzz and the fever, R.O.C. fever. Let's call that the R.O.C. fever.
Oh yeah. All right, guys, and before I introduce shout myself out, shout out to Gary Allen,
Starting all
G-Money.
over again.
Yes, he was on the show, and Russ the Muss. Unfortunately, they dropped out, having some technical issues. But you can find Russ the Muss on our Facebook group and on Instagram. He also has a YouTube channel, so check him out. And you can find Gary G Money on our Facebook, Gary Allen. So as for myself, guys, you can find me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all at Harrick and BX. And you could catch me hosting this very special show, the R.O.C. Hangout, every single Tuesday night, 8 p.m. Eastern, with these fine gentlemen, every single Tuesday night, right here on the Realm of Collectors YouTube channel. Before we head out, guys, please check out Nathan Haskell's latest album. Shout out to Cobra La Records of Cabbages and Kings, available on his Bandcamp. Shout out to Nathan Haskell.
Money back guarantee.
Dope album.
I argue
you get a money back guarantee.
Give him money back.
Yeah,
we haven't gave money.
Listen,
back,
guys, $8, 20 tracks. Yeah. I don't think there's a better deal out there. Money back guarantee, like Dust Mike said. So definitely check that out. Remember to send your what's in the fucking box and shelf life videos too. Dust, you got me tonight. You got me.
Gotcha.
We check out our website, realmofcollectors.com. We have the Rock shot glasses available. You get a pair of shot glasses for $13 shipped anywhere into continental US of A. We might have to work out international shipping, but don't worry, we got you guys. Check out the website. Get your order in for those shot glasses. We had a good time with those all. And remember, guys, check out the rest of the shows on the Cool Table Network, including our flagship show, Enter the Realm, Shattercast Uncut, Plastic Fanatics, Toy Detox, Nerd Rage Radio, Figure Banging, which you can see tomorrow, Beer and Bolts is 40K, 8 weeks, Stasis Lock, also on Wednesdays, with and a whole lot more. You can find the Cool Table on Facebook and throughout all social media. Thanks for joining us, guys. We are the ROC. We're not going anywhere. Still get to know us. Awesome fucking TFCON weekend. Love you guys. Hope we can get to chill soon. Woo! Tune in next week. Guys. We're going to have another great show for you. So thanks for watching. Peace out.
We out.
Later.
We out.
Peace.
Hey, we unbroadcasted. You guys want to do a little unbroadcasted after?
Yeah. Oh, word. All right. Yes, guys. If you're still watching, we're gonna post a link in the ROC Facebook group. Join us.
Not that we get many spots left, but I'm sure some of us are gonna drop. So, all right.
Peace out, guys.
Dom's already dropping.
Oh, thanks right now. Dom's still here.